welcome to Charisma Plus. We're on episode 26. Thank you guys very much for joining us tonight. Man, a lot of stuff's been going on. A lot of you may out there probably have no idea what's going on, but we'll tell you, so it's okay. Oh, me. So, yeah, okay, there's no... Was there any fan art? I didn't save any to show any.
I don't know.
If you send us any fan art, we'll show it next time, because I forgot to gather it this time. It's hashtag Charisma Plus D&D on Twitter. If you have anything you want to say to any of the party or anything, or fan art, we'll feature it on the next episode for sure. So, yeah, this is our group of merry adventurers. Right now, we're on a high seas of drama. Say adventure, but it's... Yeah, a lot of things happen. So in the last episode, you guys entered into the dragon turtle. This ancient... this ancient dragon that's been kind of hanging around the crest of the area you guys are going in. The what would we call it? Not a canal, but where a cove. Yeah, there's a cove, and this dragon turtle has always been there, like since everyone can remember, and it always demands tidings of passage. But this time, when you guys riding upon Captain Xavier's ship, the Pride of the Sea, it showed up, but it needed your help. It asked you to help it with the infestation of these mana leeches you guys have been running into across the wilds. You guys have been given a potion from Archmage Artis, and it asked for that specifically. It spoke in Draconic. You guys can understand what it's saying, but the captain spoke it. It asked for that, but you guys had an alternative way. You had all your water skins filled with the same kind of elixir that you guys gotten possibly from like a goddess of earth or some other deity that just pretty much overwhelms these creatures until they bust. And magical creatures like this thrive on it. You guys went into there. It was kind of like a Legend of Zelda puzzle-ish. You guys went to 4 rooms. There was... they were kind of based on bodily functions a little bit. But the kind of theme was there was these crystal hearts you guys had to break at the same time. Much like Legend of Zelda, the crystals, you got the time limit and all that stuff. But you guys got all that figured out. And in the center of this main room, there was... pretty much like a large egg that was covered in this fleshy sack, we'll call it. And as you guys finished each room, the skin would become loose and it weakened. You guys, I think, Callen, you cut it open and began to pour in the sacred water that you have. And every time you poured it in, the room began to grow brighter. The leeches began to burst and dissipate. You guys used all that you had, and everything seemed like it was getting better. Inside the we'll call it the egg, the core of the dragon turtle, you could see a figure of like a female, but it had more like this. It looked more like a shadowy demonic face, but it's looked more like the turtle. But it's like a big rocky turtle. So it looked kind of evil, but not so much. But she said she was thanking you, Torian. You reached out as you had. Made a pact with the Kraken that you would kill the dragon turtle. And as you reached out and touched the core, in an instant, the entire core went black. The only person that could see the person inside was Hallanir, his true sight. And as you touched it, just in a flash, it seemed like almost tentacles reached from where your fingers had touched it and wrapped around her as it went black. And in movie fashion, everything began to shake. You guys ran out. Some of you were pretty slow, but you made it. And as you guys jumped out back into the ship, because you guys were on the ship, the turtle had its head laid over the ship. As you guys jumped from its mouth back onto the deck, the turtle descended back into the ocean, and the captain was basically just yelling, "What did you do?" As you guys watch it sink. So yeah, that's where we come in. You guys are on the deck. The sky is clearing up quickly. Like the sun, almost instantly out the clouds just dissipate as the turtle's sinking down. Water is still shooting up. The turtle is still, you can still see its head as it's sinking. Yeah, at this moment, what do you guys do? Do you guys like watch it go down? Or you guys, what is your character's reactions right now to what's happening?
And this thing is already in the water, right?
It is, but it is very large, and so the waves are thrashing the ship around. You say probably like the upper back of its shell is still above the water, and it's raised its head up, so like maybe the bottom part of its mouth is underwater, but the top part of its snout's still out in its eyes. But it's going down.
Is there any way I can reach out and touch it? It's a very big beast, right?
It is very big, but I think from the angle, like the ship would be, actually probably like we'll say this way. We'll raise it up a little bit and say that it's going down to where if you wanted to touch like the bottom jaw of it, you could get that.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and touch the bottom jaw and cast Healing Hand.
Okay. Yeah, you cast Healing Hand. Roll them HP dice.
It's automatically gonna be 8.
Is it 8? Okay. So yeah, you reach out, and it's going to be healed HP, and it feels like it. I'd imagine like when you heal something, like you kind of get like maybe like the area that you heal, like maybe there's like a visible sign or something that works or something. But you do see the flesh around the area kind of changing, not such a gray dead color, just maybe brighten just a bit, and maybe just a quick glimmer in its eyes, but it quickly fades again.
Can anyone heal?
I cannot. I guess Joel get up from his rest.
Its mouth is open, right?
Mm-hmm. It is.
I'm going to uncork Potion of Healing and throw it in.
Okay, yeah, you chunk it in, and you hear a crash in the distance. The potion shatters. And again, you see just like a slight flash in its eyes. Like the eyes are very, almost kind of like this dark yellow color, but they kind of glow slightly, like that. It is receiving some sort of healing, even though this creature is massive. It is doing something. At this time, from its mouth, you see the core begin to kind of rise out. And it is dark, like very, almost like a dark purple, like bruised-looking color. And it kind of flashes slightly, and you can see a bit of the potion run down the side of it. Let's see. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, Tippy.
Yes.
How about that? You hear a voice. It sounds like it sounds kind of like almost like an old woman's voice to you, but maybe not so much as age, but just the way that it's speaking. And you hear it say, "Throw the book."
Ooh.
I can lock it away. It needs not be in this world. And then, almost kind of like if something's pulling it back down, the core begins to lower itself back down into the turtle. And the head begins to dip further down as it sinks. And you can almost hear like the voice whispering in a plea.
Tibby starts to take off her pack.
Yeah.
And, she doesn't get it out.
Right.
She holds over it.
Yeah, and as you pull it out and you hold this, you know that this book you have is in there's nothing else like this in the world, and it's a very powerful artifact that you have.
Yeah. That's her main thing. Tibby's thinking that she knows that it's super special and thus super valuable.
Yeah. It could,
main thing is
yeah.
She wants things with value.
It could be very valuable. It could possibly make you more powerful. And
but it also scared her when she first touched it.
Mm-hmm.
Because Tippy's not, she's not a pure evil character or anything like that. So maybe she doesn't want that kind of power.
And the vibe you get from this that scared you is this is definitely evil. Like, it's not like I'm bad. It is pure evil.
Yeah. What would she say? What would you do with it? And she says it out loud so that everyone else can hear too. Even though.
Yeah.
Do with what?
At this point, you can still hear like kind of a whisper in the distance. Make a perception check, see if you can make out what it's saying.
Oh, I'm so perceptive. 9.
9. You hear lock away.
All right. She throws it in.
You throw it in?
Yep, super reluctantly she does.
Okay, yeah, and over the edge, you toss in this flesh-bound book that you found on the ship through people that were obviously up to no good and would kill for this book, and a creature that was traveling with the man, the Grimsons. You cast it into the ocean, and as the turtle's head still going under, the tiny book in cloth disappears into its mouth, and almost in a deafening snap, the jaw closes around it, and it begins to sink down. And give me a, let's see, just give me a perception check. Let's see, we'll see what characters notice this.
Probably not Tony.
Oh.
18.
18?
I rolled in that one.
So did I.
Oh, okay, all right.
Warlocks win.
5.
Yeah.
What'd you get?
21.
21? Are you Perry right now or Joy? Would Joy would Joy be out there right now?
I was, because it made a lot of noise. Imagine he got up at least.
This is like something to get you out of bed.
Yeah.
There's enough reason for him to be there if you want it to be him right now.
I'm thinking he would. Yeah, I mean, he may not even be in position to see this, but he heard the noise, and then he probably heard Callen yell about a healer. So, Perry, I imagine Joy is on his way out.
Okay, so you think you're Joy at this point,
Yeah.
and you've come out to the party. Okay, so Inryu and Joy, you guys both see as the turtle's sinking down, it snapped its jaw closed. That around the base of the water, around its neck, it's sinking down, almost like very much like the kind of that black veiny look under the skin begins to kind of creep up as it's sinking, and just a bit of the purplish blood begins to kind of pool around the eyes. Now that's obvious, but the rest of the party is not. They don't notice it. And the rest of you hear kind of this groan, as it sinks down to the water, and then it is gone.
Tippy's gonna run over to the side of the boat, like where it went down.
Yeah.
And she's gonna yell, "If I want it back, you better give it back to me. I'm gonna come back for it if I want it."
And you hear a very clear voice this time, and it's kind of in the same voice, but kind of a different tone to it, almost kind of like a monotone tone. And it just says, "It's mine now."
God, fuck you. Shouldn't have done that.
So yeah, you don't know exactly what has happened, but as far as you know, the book is inside the belly of a giant, huge mountain-sized turtle that's sinking to the bottom of the ocean. Yeah, we'll see what happens with that in the future.
Oh.
And
Man.
yeah, and there's almost like a rainbow kind of appearing across the skies. The water's rushing up around the boat, and the seas begin to calm. And the captain's been standing over, just kind of like on the very edge of the boat, looking down. And he's not really saying much right now. He's not saying anything at all. He's just kind of looking. What do you guys want to do at this point? There's no real cues to go off of at the moment, but you guys are just kind of there.
Tippy.
What was that?
Or what? I don't know.
But I'm just more worried about Tippy. Who were you yelling at, the turtle? Or
The turtle.
to give back what?
I found this book before, and I mean, it was really cool and really special, and so I thought that, like, you know, I could sell it and fix my boat up and stuff, but then also it was kind of a bad book. It was a really, really bad book. So I guess I thought for the greater good, it should be away. She told me that it would be locked away. So it would be worth so much money.
I think maybe it made him sick.
What? It had already died. It made it come back.
Ew. His eyes turning purple and he must not like books.
It was bleeding purple blood from his eyes. I don't know. Maybe it's for the better that book that you say that was bad is gone now.
Well, I know exactly where it is. I look up at the sky, looking at the stars and shit.
Well,
Even though it's daytime.
it's daytime right now.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, it's late
There
in the
is
day,
a
though.
big star in the sky, right?
Yeah, it actually is. Let's see, what time it is now? Well, not a whole lot of time has passed. It's kind of like early. Well, it's mid-afternoon, I think, right now.
Oh boy, an adventure.
Yeah. So the sun's still bright in the sky.
Well, I know where it is, so if I decide to take it back, then I can take it back. But until then, this was my decision, and I stand by it. I'm glad it's in there.
What was in it?
It was like spells and stuff, but they were really dark ones. I mean, I'm no saint, but it was some pretty horrible stuff. So
Then it belongs where it belongs. But that still doesn't explain. What did we do inside the turtle to
Torian, what was that?
make it? Yeah.
What was what?
Something came out of you.
I have no clue. I
And I see his tattoos and shit gone, right?
Oh yeah, he's you've regained your original color. You're no longer kind of that light bluish color that you were after you were revived, and your tattoos are gone.
I just touched it.
Then what about your tattoo? Then where did it go?
must have been enchanted.
I noticed it myself. I have no clue. I'm not even sure where they came from.
Are you feeling sick?
No. Feel like me.
Does he look okay?
He looks better than ever.
Oh.
Looks very alive right now.
So are we the ones responsible for killing the turtle? I thought we was trying to save it.
I don't think it's dead.
It's not dead. It was just talking. Didn't you guys see that?
I did, along with this purple blood coming out of his eyes.
I think something almost killed it.
Then what? Us? We're the last ones to interact with it.
Something.
What happened
It
when
was
you guys
filled
went
with
inside?
worms. What are you talking about?
What happened when we went inside?
Are we still dirty?
Oh,
I'm not.
Yeah. Hallenir cleaned off all the mud that you guys had to dive
Wait,
into.
so I'm purplish, blue, and brown.
Yeah, actually, I should go back. We can't actually see that your tattoos are gone right now because you're covered in
I'm covered in
mud.
blood
Yeah,
and shit.
You're covered in all that. So yeah, they actually can't tell that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but it'll be a discussion that can come up whenever you guys get cleaned up for sure.
Joy, we were inside the turtle and we tried to save it because it had leeches on the inside of it, but it looks like we failed. I don't know. I don't know what happened. I thought we were doing things right, but
Maybe
Dragon
you took too
trick.
long and he ran out of air.
I mean, there's no telling because we didn't see any worms as big as those 3 did when he opened his mouth. Those were huge.
I don't.
And at this point, you guys just kind of see the captain. He's standing with his back. He's like kind of like he was when he first met, kind of standing up on the edge on the rails, looking over, and he looks like he's trying to maybe wiping some sweat out of his eyes or something from the back, and he kind of puts his hand back and motions you guys to come to the edge and look over.
Start walking away.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you guys look over, and under the water underneath the boat in quite a large area around and spreading quickly, the blue ocean is turning into this blackish purple color, and it's spreading almost like maybe blood in the water or something else.
Ooh, dang.
Oh boy.
And he just kind of, I will. I'm sure you did your best. I hope you don't sleep at night, or I hope you don't lose any sleep. He just kind of like just trumps off. Obviously angry.
Yeah.
Back towards, and he yells out for them to raise a blue flag. And you guys have been the only ones on the deck currently. Some of the people have been kind of like looking through the hatches and the windows and stuff, and a couple of the the sailors have been like looking out from some of the doors. And as he yells that out, several of them like kind of rush back onto the deck, and they run a blue flag up the pole. And as the blue flag's going up, he go past the mast and see on the sails the big picture of the turtle. It looks very much like the dragon turtle you guys just encountered. And time will kind of pass. Like, you guys are feel free to talk to each other and all that, get cleaned up if you guys want to do that. They're going to move the ship over out of this kind of spreading blood in the water, we'll call it that. This color in the water. It's kind of reached. It's a very large area, but it's kind of stopped for now. But over time, if any of you choose to kind of watch it, you'll notice that it's still spreading. Just as it gets bigger, it gets slower because it's so large. Another ship will eventually pull up beside the ship you guys are on. They raised a blue flag, which in this world indicates that they need assistance from another ship. Another ship pulls up, and not many, but several of the nobles that were involved in kind of the monster fight downstairs. He's pretty much giving people the option to get off the ship and go back. And so probably about only about a fourth of the merchants, nobles, and other passengers get off and get onto that ship to go back to the mainland. The captain tells you that he is going to put in a letter back to the guild that you guys defeated this monster and you protected the people. And that as currently, as far as they know, the dragon turtle is incapacitated, whereabouts unknown kind of thing. They don't know if it's dead or what's happened to it, but something definitely happened to it. Yeah. And ask for an investigation. And he's going to send that back, and he also gives you guys the option to go back if you want to go back. But he's now more of his normal self than he was. After a little bit of time, he seemed to calm down and just kind of be like, this is how it is. And what do you guys stay to continue the quest, or you guys need to go back for anything?
I figured we're gonna go ahead and board the ship to head back toward Titan.
Yeah, back to the Ashen Empire. So the ship, the Pride of the Sea, is still going to continue, but the ship that came by is the one heading back into to Riverfall.
Yeah.
So what do we do here? I mean, we still have this elixir to deliver to Reno, and I want to finish this.
Yeah.
That's always been the main goal.
Does anybody want to leave, or?
I would never leave an adventure.
Is this an adventure?
I'm not quite fond of the boat, but as long as we get there.
Hopefully in one piece.
You cool to keep going, Perry?
Bro, yeah, whatever you guys want to do, bro. I'm down. I can't wait to get back to Titan, Ashen Empire, where all the gods shit went down, man. Yeah, bro.
I would also like to see it.
Yeah, we made scrawn there, bro.
You think it might happen?
Bro, I was checking it out on the calendar, bro. When we get there, that big like fancy feast or whatever. That's like a week away, bro. No, hang on, wait. When we get there, take us 3 weeks. It should happen after we get there soon.
Oh,
The man.
That's amazing.
About a month.
Yeah.
That's
Uh,
in the what's the land called?
Ishtar.
Yes.
Yeah, Ishtar.
Yes.
It's Seth Shlar.
Isn't that where we're going? Seshlar.
I think it's a Sithalar.
Yes, for the dragon.
Yes, I do believe.
Seshlar is my favorite. I'm excited.
Yeah. I imagine, are you guys like on the deck right now talking? Or?
Yeah. I ain't gone into it.
And then the captain that's been kind of directing traffic kind of like brushes by you and Joey kind of like shoulders you kind of hard. It's like, this ship goes to Pearl's Reach.
Oh. Is there any way we can go to Seshlar?
Setlar. You can get passage from the dock once we get there, but this ship does not go there.
Why?
Well, me and the Lord there have a disagreement. Have taken something. No, that's all you need to know. Let me turn something down real quick. Getting feedback over here.
So I was away, I guess, when you received this mission. So where exactly is the dragon itself supposed to be?
Sithalar.
What is that actually? I thought that was my speakers over there, but it's not. You hear that hum?
Yeah, I hear a hum.
I hear rain.
Is it
I hear
rain?
the home.
There's something like going, ooh, like kind of like that's about to feedback.
I do
or
hear
something.
that. Maybe your PC?
It may be.
Yeah.
It almost reminds me. It reminds me of my refrigerator. My
Yeah,
refrigerator
it
makes
does
that sound.
kind of,
every
it's
once in a while.
definitely an electronic hum. Could be the fridge.
It's not coming from over here. I don't know what it is.
Could be the bar fridge. Could be...
Kind of sounds like a fan.
Yeah, it does.
Anyway, I was just making sure that. Yeah, whatever that is.
The pop?
I don't know what it is.
All right.
All right.
as long as everybody's watching can't hear it, then I guess we're okay.
Yeah, we're good. Well,
We're having a simultaneous stroke.
Yeah.
So why did we choose to board this ship again?
This is the one that was taking us to Pearl's Reach.
But why are we going to Pearl's Reach if we're going to find the dragon?
We can go from Pearl's Reach to Sithalar.
But why would we not have taken a direct ship? Was this the only one available?
At the time,
I think so.
Yeah.
the airship was gone. We could, technically, you would have took it.
We should have just taken the arm. It definitely would have made the journey.
Oh,
Yeah, I think so too.
Are you talking about your ship that's still in the shipyard?
Yeah.
that we all almost
This
died
going
on the first
3 HP.
Boat bus.
boat loss.
Freaking boat boss, man. So yeah, well, to refresh you guys, the reason why you're on this ship is because this ship is not powered by wind. It's actually got this big rudder thing on the back that makes it much faster. It's cutting the travel time like half, or a little more than half. Like it usually take almost 2 months to make this trip. Then you got this, and then the airship itself is even faster than that, and you can get the travel done in like a week and a half. So it's literally when the captain's like, "This is the fastest ship on the sea," he means it.
All right. Well, I guess that we get to Pearl's Reach. I wouldn't mind having a look around there. And then we'll find our way to the dragon. Complete the mission, get paid, fly back on the dragon's back. Yeah, sounds like a good few weeks.
We should make the dragon fly us back.
Yes. I've always wanted to ride a dragon. Captain it, one might say.
Oh man, that's what make Raynor fly you guys back. If Matt's watching right now, he's like, no, the character.
Just a taxi.
All right. right, so at this point on the ship, there's going to be a couple things that happen, but we talked about this before we started. There's going to be quite a bit of downtime. We're not going to like go like day by day and random events, anything like that, and drag it down. We'll go through the 3 weeks, montage style almost. But is there anything anybody wants to accomplish in this time? Anybody want to like search the ship and be nosy, talk to anybody, work on anything, try to? Well, I don't know if you guys have anything to craft. Gambling. There's still the gamble hall.
I'm gonna holler at Joy about my sword.
Yeah.
I'm like, can you fix this?
Possibly.
Yeah, so that was a +1 sword, and I think usually the way the character works, like your class that you have, your subclass, is that it? What is it called?
It's
Of
the
the
Cleric
Forge.
of the Forge.
Cleric of the Forge. That normally you wouldn't be able to just fix something like this, but with time, and then maybe even maybe even like an area where they work on their own, steel and stuff here, and your divinity, they'll be able to fix it for them within the trip.
Okay. That'll work.
Yeah. It's not gonna take like all 3 weeks, but maybe like spending like a week on it or something, you'll be able to fix a +1 sword.
All right. Joy and Pike are probably gonna try to get some sun.
Yeah. Like just kind of sit out there and enjoy it. Yeah, this is basically, I mean, you guys are pretty much on a giant warship, but they have a lot of nice commodities for traveling merchants. Since, it's like hot. Usually important people used to take this ship all the time before the airship. And so they got all the nice things sitting out for you guys. You can go out there and take it out. They can give you some drinks, whatever you want.
All right.
So you want to get your sword fixed. You guys want to catch some sun. Is there anything you want to do while you're here?
Meditate.
This is the funniest. Do they have like lifeboats, like on the ship anywhere? Probably not. If they don't, it's fine.
A big ship probably would have something for
Yeah,
emergencies, right?
there are like so kind of a weird thing is they do have these like little dinghies and smaller things, but they're all kind of like in the ship, like they have like they're kind of like down there in the cargo hold. Like they have to go ahead and take them out. So if the ship just suddenly sunk, everybody'd be screwed. Yep. But having everyone climb over like the massive plating that's over everything, try to get them out there, they just apparently they don't think they need them, so they just kind of have them down there stored away.
All right, I'm spending my days on the edge of the ship.
Yeah.
The very like tip end of it,
Yeah.
balancing, and just out there meditating and practicing in one spot.
All right. You balancing, you say?
Yep, gotta balance. Try to balance, do some 1 foot crane thing or something.
Yeah. Well, just give me just like a normal dex check and just see.
Like Karate Kid.
Yeah,
see how
something
I
like
did.
that. No more dex check.
Yeah. Just a roll plus whatever your dex modifier is.
17.
Yeah. You don't fall off.
Of course not. Never worry.
Hey, you don't fall off, and you feel you actually get very like you kind of get your sea legs about you, I guess, because there's a lot of movement up and down. And so for roll a d20.
3.
3? Okay. So for let's see, 3. Not very good. You have when you're on the ocean and when you're on a very small ship, not this big ship, unfortunately, you can for a certain amount of time that I got, you'll be able to get a bonus advantage on acrobatics checks on the seas. Yeah, since you're practicing with that. Now it's not going to be with a 3. I got a little note over here now. It's not going to be very long.
It's fine.
But for some time, but it's gonna be on like very small, but like her ship size.
Yeah.
If you ever get on anything like that. All right. Anybody else want to do anything else?
At some point, I want to just take some time and see if I see the old elf, the old.
What was his name?
Azar.
Azar?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
The servant of the Raven Queen.
Azar. You can speak to Azar. You can he he's always watching kind of thing. So whenever you're on your own, he's not always there. Like he doesn't always answer you, but over the trip he'll probably get bored and talk to you if you want to speak to him.
Okay, I'll talk to him.
Yeah,
Azar, you there?
I'm always here. And he kind of comes into your vision and kind of like slumps down.
Have you seen anything like that? These tentacles that came out of Torian.
He thinks for a minute. It reminds me like a squid or something, like maybe like the Kraken or something.
What do you know of him?
The Kraken? Ancient creature. Kind of mindless and just a beast. Crushing everything he can. But I haven't heard anything of him in many lifetimes.
Does it have worshippers?
Yeah, there's always been some dumb coastal living people that pay tribute to it. Sailors usually they think much like the turtle. They give tribute to it. They'll safe travel and he won't crush their ship. And it's possible that over time he's developed enough of a following that he's changed. But I highly doubt that. He's a fucking idiot.
I think that's what brought Torian back to life.
Well, he did die deep in that dungeon.
But why would it want to kill that turtle dragon?
Maybe he just wants to be the biggest thing in the ocean. I mean, this seems like a simple enough answer to me.
Like a turf? Like that's his turf?
Maybe, man. I guess when you get big enough, they're like, oh, all the water's my turf. Kind of like kings, like all this land is mine, kind of thing. But I'm just spitballing here. I don't. He just kind of like sits there and kind of like fiddles with his thumbs. He's always like really awkward when you see him.
Yeah.
Like he spent a lot of time alone.
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm pretty much done. If he wants to talk, I'll be here.
All right. He kind of like. Kind of scoots just far enough to where he disappears from your vision.
I imagine you want to roll chat.
He's like,
Roll it up.
yeah, but he seems to be under the impression that the Kraken's just a beast that has no like deity powers or anything like that, as far as he knows. But then also there kind of seems to be this period of time which he has no idea what the Kraken's been up to. Mary, is there anything you want to do in particular?
Tippy will be drinking and letting Zeke run wild and bringing him back whenever people kill him.
Okay, so you're just gonna terrorize everyone on the boat, right?
Yeah, in a comedic way.
Yeah, of course.
Friendly terrorism.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
You know, just like scurrying past fancy ladies and going rah while they're eating soup, so it goes all over them.
Just heard friendly terrorism.
Hey, roll a. Let's see. How would you try to keep from being caught as the culprit behind this? Would you try to sneak around to do it, or you just kind of like if someone came to you asking you about it, like just lie to them? Deception, stealth. What did you want to use?
I mean, he's his own being. I don't have to tell him specifically to do stuff.
Yeah, but over time, as far as you do stuff, you think it would ever come back to you? Because people.
Yeah, he probably comes back to me.
Yeah, maybe people have observed something.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Would you sneak or would you just kind of do your thing? If anyone approached you about it, just tell them that no, it's not yours? Or
No, I would deceive them and
Okay.
lie.
Make a deception check, please.
Lying.
Oh.
9.
9. Okay, roll a d4.
Which one?
9. You always have the best rolls.
Yeah, I know. Doesn't matter which dice I roll, they're always bad. 4!
4. Wow. You get put in the brig on 4 separate occasions.
Same thing happened to me. How long you gonna be knocked out?
Captain Eagle Eye locks you up and puts you. He like ties your hands to like try to keep you from resewing this thing on 4 separate occasions during the trip. Let's see. Yeah. So yeah, like I said, is there anything else anybody wants to anything wants to do before we do we move on to scripted stuff?
One more thing.
Yeah.
Got the intensive training. Take a barrel,
Uh-huh.
put it down where it rolls, get on top of it.
All right.
And as the ship doing this, going back and forth trying to balance on it.
You might as well go and pick up a dice. you knew better.
Roll one more time. Give me an acrobatics check this time.
Oh man, yeah.
It's more of an acrobatics thing you're doing here.
26.
26. Yeah, you're able to do it. And roll a d20.
Roll a d20.
Yeah.
1.
Okay.
Wow, man.
Frogs.
All right.
Awesome
So
training, Beverly.
for you feel very confident. You know, using acrobats on the open seas, and then for maybe a short period of time, even like doing things on barrels. But no, the ship size doesn't go up or anything like that, and the time probably got worse. But
Perfect. It's fine. It's fine.
okay.
Oh, man.
Cool. So let me roll. Okay. Ooh, hang on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. So okay, we're going to go to a. You guys are. You guys have been on this trip for about, let's say, 2 weeks. This is in between times when Tippy's locked in the brig. It's the middle of night. I'm gonna go assume you guys are. We'll put everybody in the quarters. You guys are in the rope and hammocks, sleeping. And maybe Joy. Would you guys continue to keep guard, or would you let you guys would you guys keep watch while you guys are sleeping, or would you guys relax?
No, I think I'm in relaxed mode.
Yeah, at this point, relax.
Okay, just no worries about that. Just seeing who would maybe possibly be awake at the time. So everybody's asleep. The boat's rocking back and forth, almost kind of rocking you to sleep. Almost, Tippy, you feel very comfortable here. Maybe you're not even in one of the hammocks. Maybe you're just on the floor. I don't know where Tippy would be.
Just rolling around.
Yeah. Tippy and Joy, you guys are both. Something wakes both of you up at the same time. As you're dreaming about, maybe with the other furbolgs out there, out in the fields, up on one of the surrounding mountains. There's a kind of like a golden tree in the distance, and as you notice it, like it kind of zooms into it, and this bright golden light blinds you and snaps you awake. Tippy, maybe you're out in the ocean, and maybe just like one just kind of rises up from the water. The same tree. It seems to be like the bark with like a golden light reflecting from it. The leaves green, but just kind of the light from it makes the bottom of the leaves look a golden color. And you see the little red fruits, possibly apples or large berries in the distance. And again, the light kind of in your dream kind of blinds you, and you wake up instantly looking at the sky or looking at the ceiling as you kind of hear the creaks and the snores around you. And both of you guys wake up, and immediately, just strangely enough, you guys just look at each other at the same time.
Psst. Tippy.
Yeah?
I just woke up from the most random dream. Me and my tribe were looking off in the distance, and was this wondrous tree.
A tree.
Yes, it was very bright, and actually it woke me up. Suddenly, we're not there no more, but
I dreamt of the same thing. No, not your tribe, but of a tree.
Yeah, and as you guys both say that to each other, you notice that there seems to be like a very bright candle in the room right now, giving off all kinds of golden light. Maybe like through the sleeve. You just kind of realize that it's oddly bright in here.
What time is it? It seems like... I don't know. It's light in here. It's lit,
Yeah.
one might say.
Yeah, and as you look around, it seems like there's a light behind, like there's two double doors that go into this. They just they swing freely. But there seems to be like a bright light on the other side that kind of comes through the two windows. I can't remember what those windows are called, the circle windows on ships. And then around the door. It doesn't seem to be waking anybody else up. But then it seems to just kind of slowly fade, like something's moving away from the door.
who is that?
Tibby gets up
Mm-hmm.
and goes towards the window.
Yeah, and you look down.
Porthole window? Is that
Yeah, porthole. There you go. And so where you guys are on, we'll say the ship here. We'll turn it sideways, like flipped over on the side. You guys are down here on the front, the tip of the ship where Enryu had been doing all this training stuff. Are you down there? You don't actually sleep, do you? Where would you be right now?
Probably just
You still sitting up there?
sitting on top somewhere, just legs crossed, sitting in meditative
Okay.
position.
So you guys are like below in the crew quarters here, just in the front. It was kind of unfortunate because the ship like crashes anything, everyone in the crew quarters is going to die. Then down this very long hallway where all the doors are and the brig down there in the game room, then the stairs that go up. It's a very poor place to put this. So yeah, down the hall, at the very end of the hallway where the stairs are, where the stairs go down into the more of the cargo hold where you have been before, and then back up. The golden light kind of seems to be going up the stairs. It was very bright, but as soon as you get to the door, it's like suddenly at the very other end of the hallway. But still, the golden light kind of pouring out about like a fourth of the way, but definitely moving away from you.
Let's follow it.
Okay.
All right.
Get out.
Yeah. And
Packs, stay here.
all right, and so Halinir and Torian, you guys just give me like a actually, yeah, we'll do it this way. We won't do it for them. They're not trying to sneak or anything, but just like kind of give me a. We're not going to use passive perception. Give me a perception check and just see if you guys are get woke up by them.
Ooh, probably not.
What'd you get?
19.
19? Okay.
10.
10? Okay. Tori, you'll stay asleep.
Cool.
Halinir, as they get up and like the conversation the conversation kind of like stirs you a little bit. And as they are both like leaving the area, you Joy's footsteps, wake you up the rest of the way, and you see both Tippy and Joy walking out.
Do I see that light at all?
You
Or just them leaving?
You just see them leaving. It'll be too far away for you to see the light right now, if you can see it. But you do see them leaving. It may not be a big deal to you. You may want to follow them. It's whatever you want to do. Whatever Halinir would do.
I don't know. I didn't think Joy and Tippy were like that.
Scandalous.
Yeah. I'm gonna let them have their privacy.
For sure. But yeah, but if anytime if him just thinking to himself gets him curious enough and he wants to investigate,
Sure.
let me know.
All right.
All right, so yeah, there are a couple of lanterns down the hallway, for people to get up and like walk to wherever they need to go. The light has kind of disappeared from your view, your where you can see, and kind of gone up these stairs. You guys continue to follow it. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Should we be sneaking?
Trees aren't scary, right?
Oh, absolutely not.
We're following a tree.
Oh,
And I'll pull out Just gonna pull out my pot or my spoon. I'm gonna pull out my spoon. I'm
Okay.
gonna cast light on it.
Good idea.
So you just got out of bed. I doubt you've been sleeping in your armor and you have your pack on you. But maybe you always carry your spoon with you.
It's a special spoon.
Yeah.
So now you store it on your office.
So yeah, you cast light on your spoon.
Yeah.
You guys go up the stairs onto the deck. Now, there's kind of an area we haven't been yet. It's kind of this area that is in the back that we've mentioned before, but there's never been a reason to go down there. You kind of see the light going down this. It's kind of weird how this boat is. It kind of comes up on this one side, but then there's another area that kind of goes down to the side. And you can see the light kind of going down there. And Indra, you do not see this light, but they're not sneaking, so you will see Joy and Tippy kind of come out into the deck, and maybe they're looking towards like this back area where it's off limits. They don't let anybody come back there.
So I see them doing that.
You do see them. You see them come out.
As I see them like walking, I see them like going to the off limits area. I'm just like, oh. And I just kind of turn around the other way. Yeah. Just turn my back to him like, to each his own. Even the body needs these to satisfy temptations. And I continue meditating.
Yeah. All right. So this door that kind of is down the stairs a little bit. There's this door. There is a heavy lock. I don't know if we've actually talked about it before, but there is a lock. It looks almost. It looks more like a puzzle than it does like a normal lock. There's no keyhole for it. There's like something you actually have to do to get this open. But it is currently open right now, and the door is slightly open, and you hear some light snoring coming from the inside.
What's the tree doing in here?
It's sleeping.
You're right. He pushes the door open.
Yeah. So yeah, you push the door, and it kind of ships are very loud, so it doesn't make any like crazy noises. You kind of push the door open, and you can see that further down the stairs, there is one of the sailors. He's kind of got this little chair. He's sitting on it, leaned up against the wall, and he's currently asleep. There's a lantern that swings in the middle of the stairway. It's kind of weird. It's like a little thing of stairs. It goes flat, a door that's open, and then further down to the back of the ship, towards where the rudders would be. You see this guy sleeping at the end of the hallway, and you see the golden light kind of under the door, and like almost like someone's like, imagine someone's holding a lantern, like moves to the side. It kind of goes. What do you guys do at this point?
Oh, we don't want to wake the sailor up. Now Tippy will start sneaking or
I'll
trying to be stealthy.
Okay, yeah.
turn the light off.
You turn the light off?
Yeah.
All right, both of you make your stealth checks. You don't have to do a disadvantage because you don't have your armor on.
Ooh. 15.
All right.
10.
10? Okay.
Roll a disadvantage.
Hey, you don't have armor on right now, so it's all right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so 15 and 10?
Yeah.
Okay, actually, where? Okay. All right, cool. So you guys begin to sneak. Joy's not quite as sneaky. He's a very, very heavy guy. But this guy is asleep, and you guys inch down towards him, and the boat kind of rocks back and forth, and he kind of like, he's leaned up against the wall, and his head kind of tips over. And kind of like starts to blink a little bit, like he's about to open his eyes. You guys do anything at this point?
Okay.
That works.
And he drifts back to sleep. So yeah, there's another door. This one has a more simple lock on it, but it's a padlock, and you can see that he has a key. It's on his belt, on a loop. There's only one key on it.
How quick are your hands?
Oh, watch.
Mine are about the same.
All these rogue things, we don't have a rogue.
Well, too. I wish the tree left the key behind.
Me too. We left the other one alone.
Well, should we just get the key?
All
If he wakes up, we'll just tell him why.
Let's do it together.
Oh, good.
All right, so you guys are going to help each other.
So good idea. Slide of hand with advantage.
All right, so you guys are going to try to help each other. So, well, just tell me how he's helping you. Like,
Okay.
this guy's asleep, so how's he helping you?
I'm reaching over to get the key. It's on like a belt loop, right? So you can just like loop it off.
Yeah, it's on a belt loop, so you're gonna. It's kind of like a key ring thing. You'll kind of like open it and like spin it, kind of thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
And Joy is gonna help by standing behind me like this, in case a big wave comes and knocks me over and I fall and make a big loud noise.
Okay, yeah, so it's gonna
So
steady you
somebody
out.
stops me, he's
Yeah.
gonna steady me.
Okay, all right. So roll sleight of hand
Yeah.
with advantage.
Yeah.
So creative.
Man, you got more dice over there.
I'll roll a different
you
one.
can
Did you roll
We'll
twice?
see. No, I didn't. I put it down.
you got your tray there. You got plenty of options to try to.
Roll the tray. Roll the tray. You got this.
You got a tray?
5. First one was 2.
Jeez.
It doesn't matter which ones I roll. I always roll well.
Historically in our games, Mary always rolls butt cheeks.
I have like 7 d20s here.
It's like
They will all
she
roll
never
well.
gets to do anything because she always rolls like a turd.
I roll hard. I really shook up.
Okay, so yeah, you reach out and you try to grab it, and maybe Tippy doesn't realize how this contraption works. You kind of like pull on his belt pretty hard, and he kind of. He's kind of like looking up at the sky a little bit, and he's like blinking like kind of hard. He's almost like looking like right at you.
Quick, knock him out.
Yeah. Put my hands over his eyelids. My fingers over his eyelids.
Alright, I'm gonna slide it again.
And he's somehow still asleep. But that may be the only free one you get. So. All right, you can try one more time.
Doing it again with a different card.
It's caught.
It landed in my tray. In my pen tray. 9.
Okay, you still get advantage, so roll one more time.
Come on, Mary. Come on.
Six.
Oh my god!
And this time, as you're kind of still trying to pull on it and work with it, his hand like grabs yours, not hard, but like kind of like almost like he's checking for the key, and then there's like a hand there. He's like, because he starts to like
Knock
he's
him out. Kill
very
him.
groggy, but he's definitely like
Callen.
starting to piece together that something's going on. He's just kind of looking at you guys like, what the?
I put my hand over his mouth,
Oh!
and then I cast Hold Person.
Okay, but then I say, you're dreaming. It's a dream. I'm deceiving him.
Hold on.
Sleep
Let
paralysis.
me be deceiving. It was my one good roll.
Mary, you gotta wait, Mary. You gotta wait. All right, so you put your hand over his mouth, and he immediately goes, woo! And you cast Whole Person. We gotta make a wisdom check. Wisdom saving throw.
Yeah,
It
wisdom
is
save.
a wisdom saving throw.
Okay. Well, he rolled a big old fat 5, so he's gonna fail it. And he kind of goes, and you pull your hand away. And he's just kind of frozen, looking there. And Mary, you tell him you're very
I tell him
deceived.
he's dreaming.
Tell him it's
It's
sleep
a dream.
paralysis.
It's just a dream. Am I gonna have to roll again?
Well, I mean, you told him that, and he rolled very well. Even though I didn't ask for it.
I rolled a 19 and I have +6 on my deception. So
Okay.
Pretty good.
Maybe he believes you, but he's
Still got a
he's currently paralyzed.
Be quick.
I take the key. I don't try and stealth-hand it. I just take the key.
Yeah, and he just kind of continues to look. So do you guys? So that's a concentration up to how long?
1 minute.
1 minute. Okay. So time goes by a lot faster in
Go to the door.
in social situations. You have the opportunity to, if you guys want to knock him out, you guys want to tie him up, you can try to put him back to sleep, or
I just want to talk to
Don't
him.
move forward.
Oh, dude, this is the best. Talk to him. Yeah, do it. Talk to him.
Listen, we just need to borrow the key. There's a tree snuck by here. I know it's a very bright tree, and it woke me up. It was very strange. We're just checking it out. Don't panic. Everything's going to be okay. We'll even give the key back.
Joey, come on, let's go.
Okay, just when we leave, just don't lock us in. You don't have the key, it's okay. We're friendly.
All right. I'm like right behind you.
See yourself being arrested like 4 times already.
he's just kind of like, and he's like frozen in place on the stool and like kind of like rocking back and forth a little bit with the ocean, but not him, but like just kind of on the chair. And he's like, you're talking to him, moving, but his eyes aren't following you. He's still like looking at that exact same spot. And he doesn't move.
Okay.
You guys have a key, and
We buck. We're out of there.
yeah, you guys use the key on the door. Or?
Yes, on the door.
Okay.
Use the key on the door and follow the light.
Yeah. So you.
And it has the which lock? Like a padlock?
Yeah, this has like a more simple
Simple
padlock. Yeah.
Okay. Well, we're gonna take that lock with us.
You'll take it with you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so yeah, you guys pop the padlock, spin it around, take it off the kind of the hook area that's on, and there's the slide thing on there. Hang on, actually, no, this was like kind of that little mash of metal, the 2 holes in it. That's what this one is. The slide would be okay, yeah, because they don't want to get away like that. Yeah, they wouldn't have that. So yeah, you get that, and you take you pocket the. Do you have pockets? Do you wear clothes?
It's just in my hand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're just like a big naked fur ball, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
PJs.
So
Little boxer shorts with hearts on them.
there's still like from under the door. There's still a light coming from it, but it's more like there's an actual like light source on the other side more than this brighter light. You know, as you guys open the door, you are kind of over to the side, like. You open the door, there's a wall to your right, and you immediately see like pipes. It looks very industrial, and you can hear, strangely enough, you didn't hear it before, I didn't point it out, but you can hear kind of this like churning sound of, not like chook, 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 but like something spinning. It's almost kind of eerily silent for how big it is, but there's this large room. In the very back, you can see there's motors that are moving. They're doing stuff. There's gears. You hear the sloshing of water, like a lot of water coming from the back wall. So where you are right now, on the back of the ship, there's the big rotary thing.
Yeah.
You guys are kind of in the room that's like but the wall right between that.
Okay.
And so you can hear that spinning on the other side. But again, it's not like it's not like there's a fuel source kind of thing, if that makes sense.
Right.
So there's not like an engine running. But there's like kind of the squeaking of metal parts. And in the center of this room, the floor is very smooth, almost glass-like. And then there is a circle. And you can see there's some runes that seem to be around the circle. And in the center of that, there is a tree, a golden tree. That's giving off this light. And you can see apples that are in the tree. The bark itself gives off a golden glow. The leaves, they're green, very green. Like this is like a springtime tree, like the greenest it can be. It's almost beautiful to look at. The leaves on the bottom look gold from the light that's coming from the actual wood of the tree, and then there's red apples that are hanging, kind of just all over it, and they all look like just perfect. And it gives kind of this glow. Yeah, and you guys are standing right there in the door in this, like, it's a very large room, and it takes up most of the back of the ship. The ceiling is probably, let's see how tall, actually you guys are pretty far down, probably about 40 feet tall. The tree's not that small. It's a pretty large tree.
Yeah.
Is it growing out of, what's the the ground like?
So yeah,
Going
so
out
like
of
the
depth?
kind of smooth ground leading up to it, and the circle. Then there's dirt
Okay.
in the very center, and this tree is kind of planted into it. And it doesn't look like potting soil or anything like they've been in there like throwing dirt on it. It looks like just like plain dirt you'd find out in the middle of nowhere. Like nothing special about it at all. Yeah, you guys kind of enter this room.
Haha. Got you, tree.
Wow. I can't believe it's so fast.
I know.
I made it all the way here. This is magnificent.
I bet those shiny red apples are worth a lot.
They probably taste good.
Start walking towards the tree.
Yeah, you start walking towards the tree. The tree seems to like it feels warm, like almost kind of like a spring day, like kind of heat. Not like burning like heat, but just like almost like kind of like a warm sun kind of feeling. You've actually felt something sort of kind of like this, but not quite as well. Something similar to this inside the turtle around the core, but this is not nowhere near that as strong. But you can kind of get that feeling a little bit, and yeah, you can feel it too. That maybe it's strong enough that you can feel it, which indicates it's quite magical.
Yeah.
As we get closer up, Dippy's gonna reach out and touch it.
Yeah, you reach out and touch it, and it's warm to the touch, almost like a heated blanket. It's just like It's very very warm to the touch. Like almost comfortingly so, like something you could like sit down under and just fall asleep easily.
Nice tree.
Joy will come up and touch it as well.
Yeah.
What a nice tree. Pike won't get this big, but he's also nice. He won't look like this either.
Yeah, he's not nearly as shiny. I don't think I've ever seen a tree this shiny before.
I don't either. You should try the fruit.
I should. That is a really tall tree, isn't it?
Yeah, like Joy
Does it have low-hanging branches, or is it just like...
Joy will have to help you get to them. Like Joy like picking you up, you'll be able to get to the lower branches.
Okay. Give me a boost.
Okay.
Yeah, and you
Booster
can
up.
you can boost her up easily enough. No big deal. You get up there and you can grab a hold of the limb, pull yourself up.
Yeah, I do. I pull up and I'll sit in it. And where is one of the nearest apples?
Yeah, you can find an apple near, like kind of go towards more the end of the branch. And the branches, they kind of, move with you under the weight of your body, but they're not like creaking like they're about to break off or anything like that. And you can make your way and grab an apple.
Yep, I just take it.
Yeah. And you pull it off, and then, and just for your imagination, it's like that perfect like red apple you get at the store, like they even got kind of like the waxy look to it a little bit. You pull it off, and it's like a very takes up your whole hand size apple, very big. And as you pull it from the tree, like maybe where like a normal tree you pull off, maybe like a little bit of water would come out. It's kind of like this little gold spritz as you pull it off.
Fancy tree. Alright, is there another one nearby?
Yeah, there's a lot of them on this tree.
Alright, I pull off a second one, and I drop down one to Joy.
Yeah,
Heads up!
yeah, and you catch it, and it almost has like that satisfying like crisp thump as you catch it.
So nice.
It smells like the skin of an apple. But as you kind of put your face towards it and like sniff, you can kind of feel like that kind of almost same warm feeling coming from the apple itself and in your hand as well.
Hot apples.
Yeah. But then as you're holding it, it slowly goes colder over time.
I bite into my apple,
Yeah, you bite into it, and it's just like...
and the tree starts screaming.
And roll initiative. As you choke. So a lot of you may not get this reference, but you think of like a Death Note where he takes a chip and eat it like that, just like crisp. Okay, you bite it and you both kind of like freeze for a moment, and this delicious flavor rushes through your mouth. It's apple, but there's just something about it that's just almost like addicting and extremely delicious.
With a mouthful of apple, I say, "Oh, this is the best apple I've ever had!" And I start reaching for another one.
It's wonderful. Throw more down.
And then you guys hear a voice behind you,
Oh.
and it says, "Oh yes, they're quite delicious." As you both spin around, you see an older gentleman. He's in white robes. He has kind of like longer black hair, beard, and a gray spot right here in his beard, like I got. Okay. And he's just kind of sitting there. He's got like there's a hood on it, but it's down, and he's barefoot. There's just this robe.
Okay. So it's not the man that was guarding.
Not not that guy. Yeah. And and as you guys kind of look around, you guys look at him. What do you guys do at this point?
I develop a defensive stance over my apple whilst sitting in
While
the tree.
sitting in the tree, you're like, yeah.
Yep.
My precious.
You know about the tree.
Oh yeah, they're the. He kind of like makes a kind of face. Oh, they're the eternal apple tree. Kind of hokey, I know, but
Wow.
I call him the Billy tree.
No, no.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
The Billy tree. Oh. Wonderful.
Oh, man.
Well, how did this tree get here? Did you put it here?
I didn't put it here. I left it somewhere else, and then the captain of the ship took it and put it here to power his ship.
Oh. It's okay if we...
Oh yeah, help yourself.
Oh, thank you. Would you like one?
Oh no, I'm fine, thank you.
Good, thank you. Tippy, how many of these can we carry?
They're big, and I didn't bring my bag. You've got big hands.
Yeah. What's your name, sir?
Well, you can call me Callen.
Callen. Oh, nice to meet you. I'm Joy.
It's a pleasure to meet you, Joy.
Hey, would you mind carrying some of these for us?
Oh, sure, no problem.
We didn't bring any bags.
Well, you know, adventurers should always be prepared.
That is true.
It asked us to come down here while we were sleeping, so...
No.
It woke us up. It came to me in my village.
All right, well, maybe you reached out to both of your kind hearts and knew that maybe you could help it.
Why does it need help? It looks like it's thriving.
Well, it'll thrive no matter what, but the reason for these trees is to spread magic back into this world. And if it's here being drained into this ship, that's kind of a waste, you know. It's not what I intended.
It makes the ship go really fast, though.
Yeah. So does steam, and he kind of like bites his lip. Lightning. All right. And he kind of like walks over and like kind of holds his hand out for you to throw him some apples.
So how do we...
I start picking the tree.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'll
Get
hand
them
him
all
a
out.
few too.
Yeah.
So how do we help the tree?
Well, you can we can
Take it?
you could take it.
Tippy, we can take the tree.
We have permission to take the tree?
Of course, the tree belongs to the world,
Oh, I am the world.
but it needs to be in the world and not in this. As he kind of points to all the mechanical stuff around it and the even the runes in the ground that, even without a check, you can kind of see the glow around them, like they're sucking energy out of this tree. Like, it seems very obvious what's happening here. I mean, you could take over the ship. You know, you could kill all the crew. And take it for yourself, and then, you know, take the tree back to Cephalar. Or I could provide you the means to just sink the ship, and then it could thrive anywhere in the ocean. Just as long as it's not here with these people who stole from me.
I mean,
Wait.
we can't have any apples if it's in the ocean.
No, sure you can.
I don't come out here very often.
Well, you don't have to sink it here. You can wait until it gets docked. And, as they all get back on the ship and they're leaving, bon voyage. And down they go. and then they can go, pull the tree out of the water. It's fine.
I thought you said it reached out to us because we're so kind. And I've been very good lately and making a lot of selfless decisions. So
Yeah. I mean, I did kill someone recently.
we also just paralyzed a guy.
He's okay now.
Okay.
He probably went to get help.
He probably went back to sleep. He thought he was dreaming.
Anyway, you didn't hurt him.
True.
But it would definitely hurt him if we killed the whole crew.
And you haven't hurt anyone that didn't deserve it. Right? And he kind of gives you kind of that squint. The world's kind of gray, okay? Don't worry about too much. Sometimes you got to break a few eggs to put things in balance and all that.
Yes, I've broken eggs.
How about I just take the tree?
Oh, you wanted the tree? What would you do with it?
Well, put it near a hut by the ocean
Well, that sounds wonderful.
and sell some apple juice.
That would be fantastic. But these, as he points to them, these are sought after for their magical endlessness, basically. So you'd have to protect. Have you ever seen one of these around anywhere?
No.
There's a reason for that. So I think under the water would be a pretty good place for it. But
I would have to scuba dive.
I'll leave that up to your discretion.
I gotta have Pike watch it. He's my bush.
Yeah, well, I mean, maybe if Pike sat around it long enough, over, a couple of centuries, thousands of years, he could grow into a tree himself.
Oh my gosh.
2 magic trees. Oh, but I'm not going to be alive in a couple centuries.
Oh, I got a few years.
And he kind of as you say, a few years, he kind of goes,
What's the purpose of doing something if we're not going to be there to reap the benefits later?
Pike's kind of like my son.
well, you'll know where it is, so if you want apples that bad, you can get them. But the benefit is more that the world benefits. And,
We threw a book in the ocean. and it
Hey,
turned
don't tell him about my book.
Well, it turned everything purple. Would this turn the water purple?
no.
Okay.
Okay.
Dude. I mean, he kind of he's laughing to himself a little bit, but he's just sitting there, being patient with you guys.
Oh my god. Well, Tippy's a very trustworthy person.
I am.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'll just leave it to Tippy.
Okay. And he kind of just are you still sitting in the tree
I'm
throwing?
sitting in the tree, swinging my legs. Well, we can't kill everyone on the boat. And this is a really nice boat. I don't want to destroy it either.
Doesn't it make yours not look so good?
Do you desire this boat?
Well, it's a bit flashy, and it holds way more than, a crew that I would be wanting to captain over anyway, so... But it is a really nice boat.
Well, tell you what, if
Would the
you...
tree be happy if I was the captain of this boat and it stayed in the boat?
I would not be happy.
Do you live in the boat? Because I'm not sure I wanted to be here all the time.
I bet we passed your room.
Nah, I mean, nah. Well, Well, I travel on the boat from time to time, but just for old time's sake, really. Tippy, I know you desire a lot of material things in this world.
As does every person.
If you take the means that I provide you to sink this ship, whether they're all on it or not, provide the location to the ruler of Asethalar, to where the tree is, then I will raise the ship for you, and you can be the captain.
It is a nice ship.
But I would prefer that you sink it away from where they could easily get to it before you can deliver the message, if that's an option. Because I'd hate to have to do this whole thing again. It's
Well, how would we get from the sinking spot to a place where we could deliver a message?
well, you are an experienced sailor. You can navigate, correct?
Yes, of course.
So you can pay attention to the course. You could speak to the captain.
So you're going to provide a secondary ship.
Ah, yeah, speak to the captain.
No, you could speak to the you can.
We sink this ship and hop on another ship. You're going to give us another ship, and then from that ship we're going to go to Asethalar. We need to go there anyway. We've got a detour in Pearl's Reach, but I mean, I heard the shopping's really good, but
I think you're clever enough to figure out how to find it on your own without me having to give you everything. It wouldn't be no fun if I did it all.
We broke the fourth wall with her.
So if you, so Tippy blow up the ship, and then he'll give you another ship.
I've been trying so hard to not do a lot of bad things lately.
This is not a bad thing. What is being done here is a bad thing.
Okay, but all
We
of the
saved the
people
world
on the
tree.
ship, they don't know about it, right? We didn't know about the tree.
And that's some of the worst things that happen in this world is things you don't know about.
But they don't deserve to die for it, do they, Joy?
The tree?
No, the people.
Do you know
Why
these
do we
people?
kill the people? They can swim.
The people riding, the guests, some of them maybe not deserve it. You can wait until they get off. But the captain and his crew, you know what sailors do on the high seas.
Sail.
That's right.
Well, that's the plan then. We should do that, Tippy. We should drop off all the people, and then let the sailors sail, and then get a new ship.
I think we should probably speak to the rest of the party before we make a decision.
It's the world tree. Look how beautiful it is. It's supposed to be in the world, right? What's your name?
It's Callen.
Callen, I'm sorry. I'm Joy.
Nice to meet you.
Callen, if... I wish my people had this. However, it'd be hard to sleep at night. It's very bright.
Well, there's one near your people already.
There is.
Yeah. The waterfall about 6 miles southeast beside the little ant hill, by the pebble, by the larger rock, by the one that some kids paint on the back of, like JC and SM Hearts Forever. They died like 8 years ago. But
Say.
yeah, you guys like weirdly specific where this waterfall is.
I didn't know them. Sounds near the pond.
There's a pond. And yeah, he like describes an area that you do know that's like nearby that you guys like use for fishing and stuff. But it's a pretty like large and tall waterfall.
Wow.
Yeah, if you can.
Well, my people won't need that then. The best place for this tree should be in the ocean. There's no one else. We already have stuff where my people are. There must be other trees, in other places.
This one belongs to Sethalar, so like I said, just kind of, you don't have to, you can use your navigation skills to give them kind of a roundabout area. They have the means to find it, and they will recover it and put it back where it goes.
And we will be rewarded with this ship.
If that's what you want. It's a pretty great reward, if you ask me. One of the fastest ships on the sea. Now, you're going to have to find another source of power, but the dwarves should be able to help you with that.
You seem pretty smart.
He kind of like, almost gives you like this kind of like he knows kind of smile. Like, they kind of almost like hit you just a little weird when he does it. Like, if you saw like some random dude you're talking to in a bar, like kind of give you the smile, you'd slap him.
Well, Tippy, I don't need the ship, but I could use some guidance or some information.
Oh, well.
See, I have these lizards.
Oh boy.
Then you had dreams about the lizards, right?
Yes. And they were singing.
Mm-hmm.
There was a bunch of other lizards. But I've stepped on, well, at least 2. And they're dead.
It's a shame.
But I was told to find their friend.
By the lizards, right? While you were in a swampy marsh area surrounded by kind of this poisonous gas that kind of makes you see things.
Were you there?
What?
Wow.
Were you there
No.
when that happened?
Maybe?
That's pretty close to where it was, yes.
Tell you what I'll do. Get them out. Lay them down.
Oh, all right. Be careful. They're delicate now. And they don't smell too good.
just put them on the ground there.
All right.
Hey, how many did you have? Was it 3?
It was 2, I think.
I think
It was 2.
three.
What's it?
It was 3.
Was
it
it
3?
Okay, and he kind of like bends down. He's like, all right, you ready for this? I think you're going to like this a lot. And he kind of like does like a little peekaboo thing. Like he puts his hand over it and like moves his hand real quick. And all 3 of them are perfectly alive, 100%. And they both, one has a little drum, one has a flute, and one has a little harp. And they're playing a song and singing to you. And it's kind of like, la, 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 la. And it's a happy little song. He's like, oh, there you go. Your own little traveling band. A little bundle of joy wherever you go.
Oh my God.
Get it? Bundle of joy? Yeah.
Wow. Thank you. Tippy, we have to sink the boat now.
We have to sink the boat now.
How did you do that? Are you a necromancer? How did you make these lizards come back?
And that question kind of like hits him weird for a minute. He kind of like goes, well, I used to be ish. A little. A lot. Yeah.
I know.
But I gave all that up, you know.
Too, so.
I let my kids handle all the necromancy and stuff now. Well, 2 of them. One that thinks he's helping everyone and one that hates everybody. Anyway, weird family. You know, the undead giving life thing, you know, necromancy, something's dead, you give it life, right?
Right.
Or you remove death from it. And it kind of is a 2-way street. You don't care.
I know a little bit about it.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
I'm a warlock, so.
Oh, yeah. Oh, you're... Oh, got a pact with the Kraken? Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
How did you know that?
Well, I mean, you got tentacle tattoos and stuff on you. It's kind of like the...
Lots of people are into tentacles. There's like a whole subculture about it.
Well, yeah, and as that culture keeps growing, you know, the power of deities grow and all that. You know, it's kind of weird. It's how that works.
Right. Well,
Oh God.
I'm going to think about it and we'll get back to you, okay?
Well,
You don't need an answer right now. You didn't even know we were coming down here, so.
tell you what I'll do. And he just kind of like reaches behind his back and pulls out a bull bag. I mean, like a good sized bag, kind of like round
Sand?
and like leather. And he kind of like hands it over to you.
I'm in the tree. How tall is this guy?
I mean, he just like hands it up to you then. Do you hop
Okay.
down and get it?
I'll grab another apple and then I'll hop down.
Yeah, you hop down and he hands you this. He says, "Okay, well, think about it. Take this, sprinkle it in 4 or 5 areas you think would break down the integrity of the ship. Take this orb," and he kind of pulls it like a crystal ball. And then whenever you're safe, throw it on the ground, break it, and the ship will break with it. Okay.
Also, if we decide not to, I'll bring these people back.
Okay. Well, don't disappoint me. And he's gone. And then you kind of realize that, like, it's been eerily quiet the whole time. And then kind of like the movement of all the machinery starts to kind of like perk back up in your ears. It seems like the only thing you've been able to hear this time, you don't realize until now, was just him. And then as you feel like how long your spell has left, like no time has passed. And it's still just as fresh as it was before you started your conversation. Wow. All right, we'll take a break right there.
Making the dumb characters make decisions.
Somebody's plotting. All right, we'll go take a 5-10 minute break and cool it back down here because I'm sweating. And we'll be right back, guys. Don't go anywhere. Oh yeah, but that may have been somebody from the first season. We don't know for sure. All right, we'll be back. Welcome back. All right, before the break, Tippy and Joy spoke to a man in white who asked them to sink this ship because the ship, it seems to be run off of power from a magical tree, a magical apple tree. They call it the Billy tree. He's Billy. God dang it, Billy. That's the first season episode. If you guys aren't from, the party went into like an imaginary world. There was this little squirrel named Billy. He made me cry when he died. He turned into an apple tree. Now there's apple trees in the world. And yeah, I always kind of feel bad when I like bring back these really old characters because we know who they are, but there's a lot of people who have no idea who these people are. Mm-hmm. And I'll say, add a character. The person they talk to is Nicholas, who was the kind of the main bad guy-ish of the first season, who I'll give a quick recap because I want to. The first season, the party were kids. They had an ancient evil wizard trapped under their house. He was corrupted by the god of power. Over the course of a long time, he used the party to pretty much steal the power of life, death, and power into one. The party followed him and everything, and they followed Helm, who was the god of life. And then after he achieved his goal, pretty much to get revenge against the gods through the party's help, split the power to Scran. He gave power to Oseron. He gave life. And to Owen, who was an NPC, he gave death. And then did favors to the rest of the party, and the whole party from the first season is still alive in the world, and they're influential characters now because pretty much Nicholas said, "I don't want any of you to die. You're going to live forever until I want the soul of Bell back, because that's the split soul of his wife, and that's another long story." Anyway, season one's pretty good. We was learning how to play the game, or I was learning how to DM, and several of us learned how to play the game. So it's kind of some episodes are tough to watch, but the overall story turned out to be pretty interesting.
Freaking
It was fun, yeah.
Freaking epic.
A lot.
But anyway, so you guys, that was obviously Nicholas, who is now no one spoke to Nicholas. Only Ruby, who was one of the Hayes children from the first season, who is also like a vampire lord and stuff right now. Or at least nobody knows of speaking to him. No one says anything about it as far as the party knows. But you guys, you spoke to Callen, and if you, both of you make a religion check real quick. See if you actually know who Callen is.
Where is it?
2.
15.
15?
Good at seeing things. 9.
9. Okay, Tippy, you're not going to remember. Joy, after the fact, you do remember the story of, in the Pillars of Creation, the book, the story of our first season that's in the world is pretty much the Bible at this point, a religious text. There was a Callen mentioned. He was the owl that guided the party through the woods and the corruption, and eventually it was known that he was the god of creation, and that he was destroyed by Nicholas in right before the final fight, the final battle, and his essence was stolen And so, yeah, you're familiar. You're very familiar with the story. You remember it very well. Now, that doesn't mean he was telling the truth, but you do know the story. So, yeah, you guys are left there. What do you do at this point?
Do you reckon there's a back entrance out of this place?
I don't think so. We could just go the same way. It's all right.
I don't know if that guy would really want to see us twice.
We'll just explain to him that we're sorry. Honesty's the best.
You know what? You're right, Joe.
So, just things being considered. Tippy, you know a lot about sailing and ships and all that, and you definitely know that the area that you guys are currently in, especially towards the back of the boat, that would be a place that you would probably want to sprinkle this dust he was talking about if you chose to do it. You do have an opportunity to do it now. You can even sprinkle it and not do it later, or just get ready while you're indecisive, or whatever you want to do. Now, just letting, like, you realize that this is a good opportunity to do that.
Yep. And all right, Tippy will, and she'll look at Joy and say, just in case we do go through with this, it's probably better if we don't have to come back to this room, right?
Yeah. It's a good idea. He'll probably wake up soon. Real soon.
Mm-hmm.
We should hurry.
Right.
Oh, I don't want to kill anybody, by the way. I already accidentally melted a man. I feel bad. I had to pray. I feel like Scran said it was okay. And then I'm forgiven.
And I'm trying to be a better person too. So we'll see. We'll see what we decide to do. But we don't have to do anything right now. I'll just sprinkle this, and she tips out a small amount of the powder. And then that way, if we do decide to go through with it, we're already one step down.
Oh, good idea. I trust you.
All right, let's go. You first.
All right, I'll walk back out into the room with the where I cast Help Person on the guy.
Okay, yeah. We'll back out there.
Yeah.
Sure.
And
What do we see?
how much time we got left? Probably not much.
Yeah, probably not much at this point. I mean, like you guys kind of went there, saw it, like climbed the tree, grabbed some. He's pretty close to waking up, honestly.
Yeah. I'm gonna hit him with a cast blindness, deafness.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So does he have to roll?
It's a con save.
Well, I don't think he can. He's paralyzed. I don't think he can roll out of it, right?
Con saves you can.
Con save is it? Okay, let's see.
I think so.
I was gonna say it would break concentration as soon as I cast it anyway.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll make you feel strength and dexterity saving those. Okay. Yeah. So was he as a will or a
Con.
Con? Okay. He rolled a 9, and he's just a normal guy, so he's 9.
Okay. Well, it's a 16.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he's just he's either blinded or deaf, and he's
so
blinded.
you get to pick one.
He's blinded. Okay.
Yeah, he's blinded.
All right. So he's blinded, and that breaks the concentration. Now, did you like walk up in front of him and do this, or where were you when you did this?
Yeah.
Or you just like kind of like look through the door where he
I
quit
kind
looking?
of came in and like looking at the side of his head.
Yeah. Yeah, and then so as soon as you do that, the concentration of the other spell breaks, and he kind of like, okay, I can't. He like starts like getting up and like putting his hand out, like and like trying to steady himself. And he's like in the middle of the hallway, just kind of like holding his hand out. He starts like trying to like go there, and he's like, help! I can't see. Anybody?
I'll grab. Oh, hey, hello. Do you need help?
I just had a terrible dream, and now I can't see anything.
Oh, it's okay. Just here, sit down.
Oh, okay.
All right, and lock this door.
We'll put the lock back on the door.
Yeah, and as you're closing the door, Halanir, Inryu, and Torian, you're all if you're asleep, you wake up, and all of you hear like. Actually, let me ask you guys this: do you want something new or something old?
What?
Wow, I vote new.
Want something new?
I want the new car smell, baby.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, let's go with new. Yeah,
Okay,
new car.
okay. All right. So you all hear the ticking of a clock, just like maybe even a metronome, just click, 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 click in the distance. You hear it almost directly in front of you on the deck itself. Torian, you wake up and you hear it, and I think you're already awake anyway. So yeah, you hear it too. And it's almost got like it almost gives you a beckoning feeling, like almost curiosity. Strangely, even if it doesn't fit your character, like you feel curious about it, like what could be making that noise. And the thing that definitely sticks out after you gather yourself when you're thinking about this noise, that the boat is completely still. There's no waves. There's nothing. You're just still.
Immediately pop up and look around.
Mm-hmm. You pop up, look around.
I determine where it's coming from?
It's coming from down the hallway, and as you're looking around, you can see Torian. He's awake and looking around too. Everyone else in there is asleep, but they're not breathing.
I wave for him to follow, and I start running down the hall.
Yeah, you see him get up, and you guys make eye contact. He gets up and runs down the hall towards the clicking noise you can hear as well.
I'll get up too and kind of look at the people laying down, not breathing.
Yeah, and you go look to a guy, and he's just kind of like.
No, I kind of just hold my hand over his mouth to see if he's
Nothing.
okay. And then I'll follow Helen.
Yeah, and you guys go down the hallway. You don't. There's not even like the sound of your boots hitting the ground as you guys are your feet. May have boots on, may sleep in boots, whatever you guys want. You go down the hallway. Inryu, you hear this clicking, and you realize that like everything, the ocean is completely still. The boat's not moving. There is a woman, and she has a white shawl over her face, and she has kind of like a blue center part to her, a long dress, and then white on the outside. And she is holding what looks to be just a simple watch in her hand, and it's just swinging back and forth. And every time it goes to one side, you hear a click, even though there's nothing there to click.
Right. Hello?
And she just kind of like sticks her finger out and kind of does this to you.
And I'll sort of be curious about this. Slowly start approaching.
Yeah.
What is going on here? Where am I?
And just click, 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 click.
Who are you? Why is it so loud?
And it's definitely coming from where she is. And at this time, you both can come up from the deck, and you see that Inryu is standing before this woman under the night sky. And definitely the sound is coming from her. You see the pendulum of just a simple bronze like a flip pocket watch that she has.
Approach.
Yeah, you guys step up to her.
What is going on here?
To the entity. What is this?
And under the shawl, you can't really see her face. You can kind of see like the indentions of where eyes and like a mouth is, and like the protrusion of a nose, but you can't quite see her face. And she kind of holds up a long slender finger and goes, "Shh, just wait. We have all the time in the world." And then you see a kind of like just a flash of white light across the sky, almost like a shooting star, even though everything's silent. And she says, "Welcome, children. My name is Dinh." And at this point, you can make a religion check. See if you know who Dinh is.
All right.
That's my religion. Murder this
Nice.
guy.
17.
It's a
17.
nat 20, 23.
23, okay.
12.
12. All right, you've heard of Dinh. And the other two, you definitely know who this is. Dinh is basically the goddess of time. Time, curiosity, and there's one more thing that she's in, but it's just like a minor part of it. What is it? I didn't write it down. I thought I'd remember it. Anyway, goddess of time. And she, well, my children, you have a very important task ahead of you. Might I borrow a little of your time?
Time is eternal.
It is.
So I just sit.
Yep.
Yep.
And she like checks with each of you. Like, she's not rude or anything. She makes sure that you guys are willing to listen to her.
I'll give her a head shake.
Yeah, me too.
There is a tree on this ship. A magical tree of great power. Placed here by one who dares tread in my realm.
Where?
Treads? You mean someone's trespassing in your realm?
Time. Time is mine, and he plays with it as he wishes. I do not like him or his creations. Come with me. And she turns and just kind of like almost weirdly glides across the deck towards the back area where this door is that you see that's open. You follow?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she just kind of glides down the stairs. And as you guys follow, you actually see a man who looks like he's confused and blind, kind of in the way. And then Joy is like Joy's there. He's grabbing the door and shutting it. And Tippy has like a bag and like a handful of apples. As she's kind of like getting out of the way of the door. And this Dinh kind of approaches. They're like in the way of the hallway, and she kind of like holds her hand out, and they all kind of like start moving in reverse and kind of get out of the way and go back into the room.
Cool.
And they stop like as they're heading towards the door. And this person's he looks petrified. He's sitting in a chair, and she walks past him. And you guys, I'm sure you guys follow.
Oh yeah.
And you see the same room that we've explained before, a very large room, a golden tree in the middle, surrounded by runes. Yeah, and she just kind of slides over to it, and like kind of looks up towards it. This tree was placed here to put magic back into our world, to balance things. I would like you to destroy these things that he's created. You will be rewarded greatly. And don't worry, he won't know it was you.
What things?
These, and she points the tree. These trees. Maybe just this one would be enough for you. Maybe finding them all would be too great of a task.
But what is so wrong with returning magic to the world?
There's plenty of magic in the world now. There's no need. This is just... He's just showing off at this point.
Who is he?
Callen. And again, like, what'd you get? Like a 10 or what was it?
I think it was 11.
11. If you got over 10, it's basically you remember this, like Callen from the Pillars of Creation and being the bird and all that and that whole story. So that made you make you lead to either Callen still alive. For you, maybe it's still the bird. For you two, then you easily assume that that's probably Nicholas from the story. As you know, he destroyed Callen. Callen. I forget his name. Callen.
I'm Hallenir.
Yeah. Callen. Yeah. Callen. There we go. God, near, nor. All right, Callen. Anyway,
Or
yeah.
just that one guy.
These names, man, they're so close. Anyway, so Yeah, and she's basically telling you guys that he's messing around with time and she doesn't like it. And now she wants to mess with his stuff, basically.
Why are we being tasked with this? Why not anybody else?
And she kind of just sits there for a while, kind of awkwardly.
Instead of destroying these trees, why don't you use them for something good?
Like what?
To bring more magic to the land.
But she's already said there's enough in this land.
Too much magic and the land will burst. Like a tick.
So you need us to
Oh my god.
so you need us to restore balance.
Balance is already restored. As I said, he has come within my realm, and I do not like that. And I cannot do this by my own hand, as that's against the rules. The rules are very important. Are you not curious what would happen if this ship did not have this to run? Maybe if they use the dwarven technology, think of what could happen from something this scale. Maybe possibly discover something new.
You.
Well, bless you.
What is it you desire? And she kind of like gets like, she kind of gets like up in your face a little bit, just kind of like leans into you, Torian, and just and asks you what you desire. But it's obviously a question to everyone, but she leans into you.
I've always wanted to be what my mother wanted me to be. That's why I know the little bit of magic that I have. So why would I be against more magic?
This is more magic than you could ever wield anyway. And she kind of like sits there for a minute and kind of takes her finger, kind of puts it on your forehead. And you kind of have a vision of yourself. You have your sword in hand and a shield in the other hand, and you're fighting something. You can't quite see it. It almost looks like you're up on a mountaintop, and you hold your sword up, and it's almost like a Thor scene, like lightning is shooting around you, and your eyes glow, and magic seems to just like erupt from you. And she kind of removes her finger from your head. That could be your future given time, if you choose to help me. And she like moves away from you, and then it goes to the next. What do you desire?
My desire to restore my temple that was destroyed many years ago.
Kind of gets her finger out. Do you think you have the ability to do so?
I know so.
I could help. She kind of just jabs you right in the forehead, and you see yourself back in like your own skin, like your own actual body.
Yeah.
And you're older. And you're looking across like an open temple, like the temple floor, and there's many students training, and you have like the Grand Master belt on and all that.
Oh, yeah.
Number one on it.
Yeah,
Number one.
Yeah, number one. You got the number one headband on. Yeah, and she removes her hand from you and says, "That could be your future with my help, given time."
Given this path, maybe, but
I can see all of time. He can guide you. And she moves over. What do you desire?
Years ago, my past was taken from me, tributed to the Raven Queen herself. But I don't want it back. She made me a weapon. I don't require anything from you. I serve her.
I could help you serve her better. She puts her finger up. Do you let her? Like you start backing away. Then you kind of like feel yourself kind of stuck, and she kind of like just starts moving towards you. Don't fight it. And she pops it to your head. There's like a flash though, You don't see anything. But when she removes her finger, you can feel like there's tears running from under your mask, and whatever you saw is not there. And you two heard her say, like, she gave him like a speech about how he can like better serve the Raven Queen, and she can give him the means to do so and the power, and that all she needs is time. But for you, there's nothing there. It's like as soon as you had those thoughts, they were gone.
So we just destroyed this one tree.
It's a simple task, and you could have great, fulfilled lives with the time remaining to you. And I could even extend that. And she kind of produces like an hourglass. And she kind of holds it up to you, and the hourglass kind of spins. And then you see it's kind of like half and half. This is the time that you have remaining. And she kind of like swirls a little bit, and it kind of reverses and like fills up more at the top. You could have more.
And once my life is done, it is done. That is my life's fulfillment. I do not require more time.
And one thing when she says that, especially to you that rolled high on religion, definitely know that when she says giving you more time, that treads over into someone else's realm. Like, and that definitely, like, since she's talking about not liking someone messing with her time stuff, and now she's talking about kind of messing with life and death, that definitely like pops out in your head immediately.
Oh boy. I do not require to keep living forever, because all things must come to pass.
Maybe you need things now. And it disappears, and she just waves her hand in front of her, and weapons, swords, items kind of just appear almost like in a golden aura in front of her. And like, they look really nice. Very impressive stuff. These could help you on your journey. What do you require of me? All I require of you is to burn this wretched abomination.
Just restore order.
Think about it. I'll be watching. And she kind of tosses just a small sack to... Who did she throw it to? Torian. And she kind of tosses like a small pouch towards you. And as you catch it, she's gone. And the sound begins to come back into the room. Everything, you feel the movement of the boat. You hear a man say, "I'm blind! I can't see! Help!" And you turn and look, and Joy and Tippy they're trying to close the door. And as you're trying to close the door, you see them in the room.
What do you? You guys saw it too.
So, her? Yes.
The tree. Very bright.
Hard to miss. How'd you get past us so quick?
Did y'all not see her? Did y'all
Can we
not
talk about this out here? Give me a moment.
The guy's like, "Wait, you're not supposed to see the tree," because he's like kind of like grasping around.
Oh no, it's not. We didn't see it.
Not that one. You're fine.
And I locked the door.
He's like, "Oh
I set him in
man."
his chair, and I set the key in his lap.
Hold on to this. You dropped this on the floor.
Did you lock all them in the room?
Uh-huh.
Are you?
Yeah, they were in the room past us.
Oh. Okay. All right. Yeah. I'll take the key back and I'll unlock it real quick.
Oh no, this way.
I'll walk out.
You guys walk. You guys leave. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Then I lock it and put the key in the guy's lap.
Can you? I can't see. Can you help me?
Oh yes. I'm a cleric. I do healing. Hold on.
I'm just gonna remove the spell.
Yeah, and then he like his eyes.
touch his eyes.
Yeah, he starts like trying to like. Or do you like do you like run away as you do it, or
I'll give him a little.
he kind of like blinks and like looks at you. Well, what happened? just had the weirdest dream that I was like I couldn't move, and you were there, and you. What are you doing in here? You guys are all in the hallway.
You were screaming. We came in to help.
You screamed for help.
But
Were you just blind? Boom.
you shouldn't. I don't know how you got in here, but you, get out. This area is restricted.
Oh, I'm sorry, my friend.
Oh, we
We'll
were
leave.
just coming to help.
we
We'll
just
go
wanted to
now.
help.
Bye.
Yeah.
Jimmy walks out of the room.
Have a good night.
Yes.
And stop
Hopefully you
running
sleep
those
better.
demons around here, Tippy. And he seems to know you by name. He seems to the deception check you made earlier has come in handy now.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right, so you guys are able to get out of there, up on the deck. It's a night sky. You still have about a week left to travel, or about we'll say about 4 days at this point. What do you guys want to talk about it? What do you guys want to do?
Oh, we gotta talk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So neither one of you saw the woman.
What?
Woman, it was a man.
I mean,
What man?
His
You talking about the
cloak
blind
was
guy?
Pretty long, but
What? No, the
Only
man
guy we saw was the blind guy.
with the robes. Callen.
No, we had some chick swinging a clock.
Dinh, that was her name. The goddess of
The goddess of time.
I just heard of her. I didn't know what she was over.
Got us some time.
Why were you down there?
Oh, look.
oh yeah,
I show
apples.
my lizards and
Yeah. And they come out and they kind of like stand up and get ready to like play a song and like look up to you like what do you want to hear?
Try La Bamba. Or Mo Bamba, whichever.
Wow.
Yeah, he's got these little barred lizards, weirdly enough, that play whatever song he has them to
You
play.
remember the lizards I stepped on?
Yeah.
Callen brought them back. He was just showing us just a sample of his power. So, Tippy and I both had a weird dream about a tree. Mine was with my tribe. We were looking over the mountainside, and the tree just woke me up. It was very bright. Tippy's was different. But we both found that we followed the light and found the tree. And then Callen showed up. And he said, this is the, what did he call it? Billy tree?
Yeah.
Billy Tree.
Yes. And that it's a wonder for the world. And that we should release it to the world.
He said there's a few of them, but that this one's pretty special.
Yes.
I've never seen one before.
And that the people on this boat kind of stole it.
Yeah, they're bad people.
You choose on nails, it can't be good.
That's almost exactly the opposite of the story of the tree we got.
Dinh told us that it needs to be destroyed.
It's an abomination.
The boat, right?
No,
The tree.
And that Callen is basically at this point.
Treading where he shouldn't.
Yeah.
He sounded pretty trustworthy.
So did Dinh, but she's the goddess of time, so
Well, Callen stopped time too, so maybe he's the goddess of time.
He's the tree god.
I mean,
He's probably a tree god. He knew a whole lot of stuff as well, like things about Joy's village, and he knew all about the little lizard band before he even pulled them out of... Where did you pull them out of? You're not wearing anything.
I like to keep them warm. You can't let the corpse get too hot. Cold.
He just keeps me this far, I guess.
Warm lizard corpse.
but from my studies and reading books at the temple, Dinh is a goddess of time, and I know that she's a real thing.
she
It
does
could have
not.
been someone pretending to be Dinh.
Well, how do you know someone wasn't pretending to be Callen?
Callen was destroyed. I was gonna-
Yeah, you did.
It's easy.
Callen was destroyed.
We just saw him though.
But didn't...
Maybe he's not the real one then.
So basically, we're being thrown to do the God's bidding. She didn't like people doing what she could do, and offered us life, which I'm not the most religious, but she would be stepping on somebody else's toes because there's gods for every aspect of life and death. So, and he wants the tree back.
He's giving out boats.
Yeah.
For what?
Wait, what boat is he giving?
This one.
Yeah.
We cannot take this boat.
No, he's gonna give it to us.
And
Yeah.
how do you get the boat?
Well, we have to.
If we release the tree, if we save it, if we rescue the tree, who's
In the ocean.
right now is a
But-
slave,
How you save the tree? That's the question.
by freeing it from the ship. After
So-
everyone else is off the ship.
So we
Right.
got to go down there and take the ship out and move it.
Whoa, that would be difficult.
Yes.
No, he's gonna bring.
No,
it.
no, no, no,
I'm
no.
strong,
So
but I can't pick up a tree.
everyone is gonna get off the ship, this boat, right? And then we'll make the boat explode. And then the tree will go down into the water, and then we will tell Callen where it is. He will come pick it up. He's really strong. And then he will bring the boat back, just like it's just a temporary thing that it's blown up for.
Yeah.
He'll bring it back, and then we get it for free.
What does Callen want with the tree?
He wants it to go back to its hometown, I think.
Yeah, Sabotage.
Okay, but you said
Isn't there a giant dragon there for its magic?
if we have to sink the boat, but if everybody gets off, the boat would be at Pearl's Reach, right?
We could do it there. I mean, I'm sure there's a bunch of islands around too. We could just drop them off on one of those.
And
How are we gonna make everybody
What?
get off?
what do you?
Mutiny.
How are you going to convince the captain to give up his ship?
Well, there's a catch.
We could talk to him.
Oh, Callen
I like
didn't
honesty.
want the captain to get off the ship.
I don't understand why we even going
Or
through
the
this.
rest of the crew.
Why don't we just destroy the tree now? Is it abomination?
It's a really nice well,
Try one of these
if
apples.
you give me 5 gold, I will give you one of these apples, and you will see why you must
You
not
sell them
destroy this tree.
I'll toss a 5 gold.
Have an apple.
I'll give Henry 3 gold. Here, you pay the rest. It's really delicious.
What? But no, I'm not going to eat this. I was told that it is not a good thing. This tree is an abomination. I knocked the one out of Tori's hand.
Catch it with the other hand.
Keeps his apple.
Knocked that one.
Hold my hand out for 5 gold.
Point towards Tippy. Anyway,
Our transaction was complete.
don't need to eat such a bad thing. It's vile.
How do we know
Wait,
it's
wait,
bad?
wait. Just,
All right.
How do we know?
You
So-
know, you
Exactly.
were
Just
there.
because this one person told you
No.
it was bad, now all of a sudden you're
Just
out here
because
crushing
But
apples.
the thing about it is, how do we know either one of them are telling the truth?
Callen wants you to kill the captain.
That's pretty bad in itself.
Well,
Dan
he
just wanted us
is-
to kill
If that's the
tree.
case, I have to give my friends back. Because I can't do that. Listen,
Dude,
this sounded
we back.
wonderful.
We want them to-
That's pretty good.
Yeah, I imagine that's what they're doing. Yeah, I imagine that's what they're doing.
It's Joy and the Geckos.
How do you know Callen? He was killed by Nicholas. Then on top of that, we don't even know who's impersonating him now. But from history and reading books, we know that Dinh is real, and we saw her, and no one's impersonating her right now. She even froze the ship. That's how we got past y'all. She froze time. Even saw y'all go back in reverse.
But with us reading the books, we know that God's ship can be passed, right?
Yep. There's certain, well, pretty much every major aspect of existence that someone can replace a god by killing them or stealing their essence or different ways.
It just, I hate to say it, but to me, neither side really makes much sense. I mean, he wants us to kill
These
big guy.
innocent people.
He doesn't want us. He wants them to kill the innocent people.
I can't kill innocent people.
We'll drop them
On
off on one of
purpose.
the islands.
And leave them stranded?
I mean, the party boats come around all the time.
Hey,
They'll pick them up.
or a refresher,
Red snapper?
depending on what information you want to use, he did tell you that the captain, and as far as
They
you
have
don't
to
know the
die.
truth, but he did tell you that they are not good people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he didn't give you any like proof.
And
Basically, they stole from him. Is all I told you.
Dinh said there are rules to what goes on, but it almost seems like she wants us to break the rule for her.
What rule are we breaking? Destroying a tree?
No, she wants to give us extra life for destroying the tree.
Oh, just tell her no.
So you want to
So-
do it without any reward?
You don't have to get a reward for every deed that you do, Tippy.
But you don't even know if you're doing the right thing anyway.
I can feel it.
So you could be just doing a bad thing for nothing.
So could you.
Yeah, but at least I'd get a boat out of it.
So he says.
So you would sacrifice
Well, he did.
a whole ship for one. You would sacrifice people's lives for a boat.
Only the bad people. The good ones we can let go.
He did say they were bad.
And that
And-
tree doesn't really. I mean, it's such a beautiful tree, and it's being held down in the bottom of the hull of the ship with two different sets of locked doors holding it in.
Then, if it's so beautiful and so nice, then why are they hiding it?
Exactly, they're keeping it for themselves. They're selfish.
That's bad.
Yep. They're not even letting it see the sun.
And that's not good for trees. Pipe can't grow like that.
I know.
Welcome to God politics.
And it had such a small little circle of dirt. I bet its roots can't even stretch out down there.
I'll sneakily hand Tori an apple.
It's really good.
So
Chomp.
when you,
Yeah, you chomp it. It is delicious. It's absolutely the best thing you've ever tasted in your life.
Quick question. Is it better than the water?
Ooh, actually, it is. Oh, let me see here. Let me think. I didn't think about comparing it to the water. No, it's not better than the water, but it's good. It's just damn good, but not as refreshing as the water is.
I kind of relate it. I mean, it's a good apple. The water that we gave the dragon turtle is still better.
and your point would be
Try it.
no,
Bite it.
don't,
Bite the apple.
no.
Bite it. You want something out in there? Sure you
No.
don't want to try it?
I'm not agreeing to kill the captain and his crew just because of this fake Callen.
Well, I'm not agreeing to destroy the tree just because of your dim that we didn't see.
Well, I mean, y'all may not have saw it, but we do have whatever this is she gave me. Now, show everybody the bag.
What's in the bag anyway?
I didn't look. Open it up.
Yeah, there's just like some kind of reddish powder in there, and those kinds of got like kind of sparkle like glasses mixed in with it. You know, just like kind of like sand, maybe like the kind of the shimmer. It just shimmers in the night sky. Put your finger in it.
Touch it.
Yeah, it's cold to the touch. It feels like you're just touching dirt. You don't burst into flames or anything.
I opened up the bag of powdery substance that.
Yeah, you got like a kind of like a blue, like a bigger bag because there's also like a
the crystal.
crystal inside of it, and yeah, there's like this bluish powder. It looks very similar to what he has, but just a different color.
Anybody have any white powder?
I wish.
Could it? These gifts look very similar.
Well, let me see something. And now go over to Tori. I take just a little bit of the red sand.
Better pinch off.
Yeah, just grab some. Then I walk over to Tippy and I take some of the blue sand. and then I just drop them on the floor and like together and see what they do.
Yeah, you
And the world ends.
the whole ship just explodes. Nothing happens. They just kind of just falls to the ground harmlessly.
What were y'all supposed to do with your sand?
Use it to blow up the ship.
Then ours must be to destroy the tree.
She really didn't say. She just threw it and left.
Seems that we have two polar opposites fighting against one another.
They look very similar to me.
Hey, you know what? We could just.
This could have even come from the same person. Maybe it's a trick to try and divide us, and the correct solution is to destroy the ship.
Yeah, so I was going to ask. There's obviously options. Like you guys could decide to do one or the other, or just do you both try to sneak around and do both, or you could choose to do nothing. And that's kind of like what you guys got. Well, you pretty much need to decide. Like if everyone's like says it's against it, but then like someone wants to sneakily try to do it, let me know. But as you guys are discussing it, you hear like some heavy footsteps coming from inside the living area that's on the ship, like the big motel that's stuck on top of this thing. And you kind of see like a groggy looking Captain Eagle Eye like come out, and he's got like it's the same like torn shirt, but it's like a white one. He's got like some pajama pants on. He's got like 3 nails in his mouth, and he's just like, "Arr!" He just kind of like sleepy like walks past you guys and steps up onto the edge of the boat and just starts peeing off the edge of the boat. Peeing under the damn sky stars. He just kind of like rocks the boat. It's almost like he like sticks to the edge of the boat. Like he doesn't even like. He just like just stands up on the bars and just peeing over the edge. What are you doing up at this hour? Getting into trouble? And he kind of looks at you, and he's just still like peeing, like turning out, looking at you, talking to you.
Surveying, sailor.
Look
Look at that, Jupiter.
What?
Ram's face. Over there is Calypso's butt.
Oh yeah, the old Calypso sphincter. Yeah, my favorite one.
You know you're heading south when you are facing Calypso.
Yeah, well, we're heading north, so it's all right. Tippy, which way's north? Which star is leading us that way?
The one opposite Calypso, obviously.
Point it out to me. Yeah. And then as a sailor, you know your night sky, and you point straight at it, and he's just like, "Oh, good. You did some. Your dad a sailor?"
He was.
Yeah.
Is he still peeing?
He is. He's just still going. What was his name?
I haven't said it in many years.
Is that right? Yeah. Yeah. He kind of like kind of gets his R back out.
Yeah, what is his name?
I don't know if I should say to him because he's like a
Yeah, you might know him.
law-abiding person.
What do you say? Do you say anything?
Have you heard of the Cosses?
The Cosses. Is that what his actual last name is? I've forgotten. It's been so long since I read it.
All of the family lineage, all of men, their names end in Cos. So it's not their last name, but like her dad is Daracos.
And he kind of like,
her granddad's is Pelamos, and then her great granddad is Metricos.
okay, yeah, he kind of like scratches like the back of his head and like rubs one eye, and he's like still peeing off the edge and freehanding it. Oh, gosh. Yeah. I think he kind of hops down. And kind of like He's kind of like, buckling his pants. He's kind of like flopping his junk out a little bit, trying to get in there. He's like not really worried about it. And he kind of like comes up to you and just kind of gives you a pat on the head.
You gonna do a stat roll for that?
He did. I mean, what? You want to see? You want to see? All right, let's see here. Let me get the. What's he rocking here?
Low.
Oh, Jesus Christ! That 9 though.
It's a whole nother boat.
Most beautiful wiener you've ever seen.
Oh my god.
What a fine sea cucumber.
What?
Anyway, what's he say?
Yeah, he just kind of like comes up to you and just kind of like, didn't wash his hands and kind of like pats you on the head and just kind of gives like just rubs and says, "Sorry to hear that."
Thank you.
Hey, what the? He just kind of like keeps looking at you guys. Well, I've had some time to think about it. And what the hell did you do to my turtle?
Well,
I'm not mad. Just tell me what you did.
well, we shall trade facts for facts. You tell us what you have done bad.
I'm always ready to regale you with a great story.
So you admit you're bad.
I mean, that's all, and that depends on who's asking, really. The person that
Oh,
pays
I'm
you.
Joy.
Xavier Eagle Eye, pleasure to meet you. I mean, whoever's giving you coin to do a job, it may be bad to whoever you're doing the job to, but maybe they wrong somebody or something and they are doing them justice. It all depends on what point of view you got.
So that's not really a no. But that's not really a yes.
Well, I mean, you goddamn burnt the face off a man downstairs, and you think his family thinks that was a good thing.
Well, the demon part was bad.
Yeah. You think they knew about that?
I mean, they should.
What about the kids? Do they think they even cared? Or they just think you're an evil son of a bitch that melted their poor daddy's face into his armor and ran around like an asshole?
I was hoping that they cared about the big demon.
Like I said, it could have not been a bad thing to them. It's all perspective.
So I'm bad.
To some people, probably.
This conversation's really opened my eyes.
Yeah, where are we going with this anyway?
I don't know.
Why
I'm
can't
done.
you go to a cephalon?
Well, they are. I don't really care for my kind around there, sailors and all. We like to pick up
just
things
sailors.
here and there, and then you pick up the wrong thing, and then they ban you for life and shit. And, elves, they always holding a grudge.
What could you pick up that would get rid of you?
I'll tell you what. Tell me about the turtle, and I'll tell you the story.
It's not much to tell about the turtle.
Well, there's definitely something there to tell about it. And he kind of like puts his hands on his hips and like kind of pops his back a little bit. The blooms! Did I hear the coin hit the ground?
We helped it, right? You guys, they all gave up their very, very fancy and very, very worthwhile magic water, and it made it better. And then all of the worms were dying, weren't they? All the worms were going away.
It seemed to work.
Yeah. And then we got out because it was like rumble, rumble in the jungle. And then, well, I don't really know what happened then. I don't think I saw.
Yeah.
Something hurt her.
So you went in, and maybe you were just too late and you couldn't save her. What was that thing you threw into her mouth there at the end?
Well, that's between me and her.
Is it now? And kind of like,
You can ask her.
Captain, I don't think she's dead.
oh no. Well, and he kind of like points out to the ocean, like kind of behind where the boat is, like kind of leans out, like points.
Big black splotch.
So, well, tell me what you see out there. And as he points, you see far in the distance, it looks like two like little lanterns in the water. Just out in the distance. And as you look at it, and in the moonlight, you start to see that there's like a very large head. And then you see like kind of the shell of the turtle. Yeah, she's been following us ever since then. I didn't notice her until about a week ago. But, well, she don't look quite right.
The book, she asked for it. I don't even know how she knew about it. I don't even really know what it is. But I'd found it not long before in the demon's room. And it was scary. It was filled with really, really bad stuff. And normally, you know, I'm pretty brave, but I'm also trying to be a better person. And I feel like if I had have kept it, it would have made me make some bad decisions. And so when she asked for it, and she said she was going to lock it away and keep others from getting it, I gave it to her. But then that bitch just took it down, and when I said, when I come back and want it back again, she said it's hers forever. So, I mean...
Well, she was always greedy. But she's never come this far out. I wasn't too sure why. And he kind of like steps over to where you guys are and kind of like bends down and picks up a piece of apple off the ground. I reckon you been sticking your nose in places that you don't belong. And he kind of like thumbs it into his mouth. Delicious. Yeah, well, that tree down there. Well, that's the reason why we're not welcome back in the Sethalar. We took it. Long time ago, you know. I guess it's been 20 years ago, maybe now. There was a big fight about, you know, humans being around the Sethalar and all that. And, you know, AO had this thing where, you know, everyone's equal and all that stuff. You know, some of the old school elves didn't take kindly to it, and then, you know, rubbed some people the wrong way, how they were treated. So they said, go take their tree. And I'm like, well, the fucking tree's goddamn huge. I can't take that, you dumbass. And they're like, no, this tree here. And they showed me where that tree was. And they paid me enough gold. And I said, sure, no problem. We went and dug it up, took it, went and talked to the dwarves up in the mountain. And they hooked us up this little machine because it was obviously magical. Had to praise and all that, didn't want to sell it. And they said they could provide unlimited energy. And I said, well, what better place to put that than in my boat?
Who told you to take the tree?
Now you would know him.
He got a name.
Oh, yeah, he's got a name. He just kind of like doesn't say it.
Yeah, okay. All right.
Yeah, some names best you don't be knowing or looking for. Get you in some trouble.
What if we knew the name and it can get you out of trouble?
What are you going to do? Well, how are you going to do that? I'm not in the trouble with that person. No, it's all the Sethalar. They know. And hell, their old little crows or whatever come around from time to time, but we shoot them out the cannon.
Eleanor.
Who's that? What'd you say?
Huh? Nothing. Just had something in my throat. Must be the apple. Callen.
It sounds like you're saying Callen to me.
Have you heard that name before?
Oh, yeah, in the damn book. Everybody's heard that name. He's dead, though.
He's not the one who told you to take the tree.
No.
Oh. You think he'd be opposed if you're taking the tree?
Well, I don't feel like I had really much of a choice. I kind of valued my life and didn't want to lose it and all. Big fiery sword and shit's pretty scary, if you know what I'm saying.
Oh. Yeah. I understand.
But does Joy add a character? I think you know.
I understand valuing your life. Fiery sword. Sounds awesome.
Well, it looks pretty cool, but
So they were going to kill you if you didn't take the tree.
well, he didn't. It was just a little implied. I don't even really think he gave a damn about the whole thing that was going on, but at the time there was a big uproar about trying to free the old imperial city, Summershade. Still frozen under the ice ever since the ice dragon. I forget his name. But it was more like a deterrent, I guess. I don't know. It's politics and shit. You don't need to worry about it, all right?
Well, I understand.
Yeah, it's Chambrios, but he doesn't remember who it is.
Yeah, okay.
The dragon's name is Chambrios. Chambrios was an old Elnil dragon in the last season that raged and got really big and was pretty much burning out and just shooting, just like leaking power almost. And the party took his core and revived the tree of Asethalar, which is the home of the elves.
Which is a different tree.
Yeah, which is a much bigger tree. But Chambrios froze the entire city that he was trapped beneath. He was trapped beneath it, and he was pretty much tortured and studied for like 2,000 years by a lich. And he broke out, froze the whole city, and it has not been thawed out in the past 200 years. Because more god politics stuff, and this is pretty common knowledge, is that the god of death, Murubal, aka Owen, will not let them. He refuses, and there's a bunch of beef between him and Oseron about this. So that's added character information that we covered earlier in the season, but we'll come back to. So yeah.
So this person wanted you to steal the tree, but put it in the boat.
I just said I could do whatever I want with it.
Just wanted it away from Asethalar.
Question is why?
Yeah, why?
I didn't ask.
Makes sense. If your life was on the line, why ask?
Yeah, now I got a fast boat.
True.
Got to retire. Lots of gold. Kind of got everything I ever wanted, and I'm pretty bored now. It's almost like some sick joke, the guy. They people give you everything you want, and then there just ain't much point in living anymore. Almost, you got to find new things to do. Like a sick joke.
What'd you say? Someone just told you to take the tree, do whatever you want with it. But then again, you got everything you ever desired.
Well, our adventure has just been rough because, I've been wounded several times, but death just won't take me.
Kind of like the sands of time of your life just keep resetting. Never to fall.
Yeah.
You said it was a male that told you to take this.
I did not say that. Or did I?
So the guy with the sword, right?
Yeah, he definitely threw some he's and stuff around.
Well, other than selling, what do you really want? What would you do if you didn't have to worry about this tree and your ship?
Well, I reckon I would just go back to adventuring, I guess.
Doesn't having this tree do all the work for you take the sport out of it?
Yeah. Oh, I mean, it's all right. Well, I'll put it like this: I can do whatever I want with it as long as I just keep it safe. I pretty much can't just leave it anywhere, and so I figured the best way to keep it with me is to put it on my boat.
Since you say you've been in many battles and couldn't die almost or basically, have you gotten everything you ever desired as well? Up until this point.
Well, kind of being able. Oh, here, just let me show you. And he kind of just like pulls a dagger out, like he's got a little belt on. He pulls a dagger out, and he just stabbed himself right in the chest.
Ugh.
And it sticks in, and he bleeds, and he flinches a little bit like it hurts. Give it a kick. Right there in me heart.
Me?
Yeah, kick the shit out of it.
I don't want to harm or kill you.
You can't. You big pussy. Kick it.
This would be murder.
Nothing's gonna happen. That's the point I'm trying to say. And he kind of takes it out and just stabs himself again. And he stabbed himself right where his heart should be.
Then fine. I'm going to kick it.
Yeah, and maybe even reluctantly, you just buy into the story and you give it a kick, and it sinks into his ribcage. You can see the handle just barely sticking out. And he goes, "Ow, it hurts every damn time." But and he just kind of starts pulling it out, and it makes the sticky wet blood noises as he pulls it out. And as he does, obviously he's punctured his heart, and blood pours from his chest. Oh, and he kind of oh, I'm bleeding to death. Oh no, it's so cold. Woe is me. Take me. He just kind of plugs his thumb into it. There you go. You told me what I want to know. I told you a story. How do you like that one?
I like stories a lot. Thank you.
And he kind of pulls his thumb out, and blood pours from it again. Oh shit, it's gonna ruin my damn shirts.
I'll hit him with a spare the dying.
It fizzles.
But who
Apparently he's not dying.
who granted you with such a gift to be able to sail and plunder the seas and do all you wish with no harm? This must be the greatest blessing that you could ever receive.
Yeah, it's pretty fun for a while. But I'm just kind of stuck here on this damn boat until, I don't know, they don't want the damn tree back, I guess.
Can we have the apples?
Kind of shrugs. Sure. They're good.
So how long have you been alive for?
Oh, well, I'm not that old. Let's see, 20 years ago, let's see, I was about, I guess I'm 75 now. And he looks like he's in his 40s.
Yeah.
But, yeah, he tells you 75.
Such a gift.
Was it a curse?
Would you say you've aged since you've taken this tree?
Nah. Still young and spry as I used to be. He still just got his thumb stuck in his hole in his chest.
If you're no longer wanting to have such a gift, then we could just take the tree and maybe you then would finally be able to die if that's what you want.
Well, that's another thing. I don't know if I really want to, So you want something bad enough and then you get it. And then you realize you don't want it. But what if it's the same thing with this? Maybe I'm just better off keeping what I got because I don't
know.
wanna...
It sounds to me like you really don't want it anymore.
I also don't want to,
We could just
meet death
have it.
again.
Again.
Yeah, and he says he doesn't want to meet death again.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a pretty lady there too. Yeah, when she had a bunch of birds around her or some shit. It was all mysterious. Pretty good, you know. I'd like to see her again.
We can arrange that.
Oh shit. Alright, well. And he's like starting to wake up. He's like been like real groggy talking this whole time. He's like, oh, alright, well, you know, what can you do?
You could give us the tree.
I'm not giving you the tree.
But you could. If you wanted
And how would that help me?
it would lift the burden off of your shoulders.
And probably damn me forever to torture and shit.
Well, you don't know that.
Neither do we.
Yeah, he kind of just gives you that same look like, all right, listen, stay. And he kind of just like tells you guys how to open the lock. Like, yeah, he turned this and he matched this up. It's the sign of the butthole over there. Yeah, eat the apples, but don't let bells go down there, all right? And you already know. And let's just say I'm doing you a favor for not casting you onto the ocean. I know you guys have an important job to do, but shut up about this, all right? I don't need any more trouble. I don't need to be shooting any bells at the cannons. You got me?
Aye, aye.
Gotcha.
Yep. And he kind of like gives you guys a nod and starts like walking back to where his quarters are. And there's like splatters of blood under his feet as he walks away, and he still has his thumb stuck in his chest.
Well, all I know is he basically proved that Callen didn't lie to us. He was telling us the truth.
He did steal a tree.
Question is, which perspective are we looking at it from?
But if he didn't steal the tree, he would have been killed, so.
He also convinced me that he's not a bad person. And that I, however, may be. If we blow the boat up, I'll stay on it.
You'll get down with the ship.
Joy, he has killed people for money.
So is everyone.
And to keep his boat, he's fired people out of his cannons.
You're right, I'd never do that.
But it seems he cannot die. Just like Dinh told us. If we do this, she basically told us we can live much longer than expected.
I wonder if she would give me that deal too.
What would be the purpose of living forever?
Why would you want to? You see what it does to Captain.
That's the ultimate dream.
To live
to be
forever.
able to just sail and plunder and.
This man doesn't
Wow.
even sell anymore. He drives around a boat.
Look what happened to him.
The fastest in the sea.
But eventually you'll bored. You'll get tired of it. It's
Yeah,
just,
but he's a human. They're not meant to live very long.
This one has.
I know, and he didn't like it. But
You would.
tieflings, we're supposed to live for a really long time. But, you know, things can still hurt us. So if I was given the ability to live the full length of my lifespan without fear of being hurt, I mean, that's just...
your full lifespan would be, that can be anything. You could have been 10. You could have lived to be 50. You could have lived to be 1,000. Your lifespan is your lifespan.
Or we can give back to the world, and you can get a boat.
Sure.
On a boat.
But
Wasn't that your dream, Tippy?
I have many dreams.
I just feel like we're pawns of the gods.
Yeah, you guys have been fed a lot of sides of this one little story here. It's like the closer you guys get to Pearl Reach, the more we get back into the old ways.
Everything seems great again.
And the bad thing is, Owen's just in the back like pussy.
Yeah, so you guys have gotten into a situation that seems to be heavily involved with like gods messing with each other.
Yeah, they're all stepping on each other's ground.
Yeah, like there's this tree here. There's definitely two that have to deal with that, or that have an issue. One wants to destroy it. One wants to give it back. Apparently, out of character, Owen doesn't want the Settler to have it for some reason. The elves are apparently trying to maybe use it somehow to free the city that was frozen by Chambrios. So maybe Raynor is involved in it. There's a. And then the captain here that's made a deal, like he pretty much doesn't enjoy adventure anymore because there's no risk for him. Yeah, you got a lot of, it's a lot to digest. So I mean, like I see, you still got about a week left of travel. Do you guys need to discuss it more, or do you have an idea what you want to try to do here?
Oh, I have no idea. Oh.
This is pretty much all of season 1 right here.
Yeah.
This is like, here's a bunch of great stuff. What are you going to do?
Season 1 came back.
Yeah, but like Callen told you guys that he wants you to sink the boat, of course, killing everybody. But then that'll get the tree back. But then you guys, I think there's several ways.
That will only give him the tree back if we tell him where the coordinates are.
And so
for an all-seeing, all-knowing thing, he can't see.
Well, he said to tell the Settler where it is, not him.
Okay. So he can't talk to them.
I mean, he probably can, but maybe there's a reason for all this. But ultimately, it's just, there's you guys have been given like directions by these people, but there's also outside the box ways if you guys want to do something else, or you can do nothing at all. It's completely up to you guys. But
Okay. I'm imagining that this conversation is now taking place, like, I don't know, the following night over dinner or something. We're not just standing on this deck the entire time.
Yeah.
If that's okay with everyone else.
yeah,
fine.
for sure. Yeah,
Okay.
you guys are getting to convene and
Yeah, we
think
got
about it
time.
all.
So,
Pike's joined in.
I've been thinking on this, right?
What does Pike think? Breeze.
He don't.
Okay.
He don't. He don't.
I've been thinking on this. So, the captain wants, as much as he says he doesn't want it, he wants to be free of the burden of keeping this tree, and he wants to have the adventure that comes along with being a fully normal, hurtable human again. I have a feeling, or a theory, that if someone else takes the tree from him, maybe he will lose that ability to be, unkillable. So we could take it. But then would have the elves and people mad at us. And also the dim lady. But I don't really want to give it to her, because I haven't met her, and from your description, I don't think I'd like her.
She doesn't want it.
She wants it just gone.
Yeah.
Destroyed.
Yeah, why would she want it just destroyed? Is it what she said, or is there more to it?
I think we should probably take it back to the elves.
There's more to the story than we're being let on.
Why would Death not want the tree to be where it grew?
The captain said it may have been a diversion for something that he was trying to do. I'm not exactly sure, but I don't know. To be honest, with it coming from so many sides, it just sounds like a bunch of bullshit between them
So
that we're getting
maybe
caught up in.
instead of trying to make them all happy, maybe we should just do something that won't make any of them happy.
What would that be?
Take it and put it somewhere else. So we don't tell Callen where it is. We don't return it to the elves. So that's what Callen wants. But we don't destroy it, which is what Dinh wants. But then I guess we're doing what Death wants. By just moving it.
When is the dragon turtle hungry?
Yeah, why is she following us? That's weird. She shouldn't be out of the cove. And she keeps making a big mess.
The purple.
Yeah, the purple mess.
Oh gosh.
It's not good for the fish. They can't see through it.
So we have the inside of the story. We have Callen side of the story.
Callen.
Near, nor, far away. Callen.
It's tough.
Yeah, it is. Callen side of the story. So the only other side is what the elves and death itself.
Well, Callen and the elves are on the same team.
Then what about death?
He seems to be on his own. And so does Dinh, honestly. Death seems to be the only one who doesn't actually want anything destroyed in this situation. He's keeping the captain alive, and he doesn't want the tree destroyed, and he doesn't want the boat destroyed.
Keep the captain alive. Keep sailing with the plant, with the tree, and it's away from everybody.
Yeah, guarding it and sailing it around the globe. It's a moving target. It's a pretty clever way to hide something.
And then keep you alive so you can never die, so you can stop protecting it. So the only other person we can talk to is Death.
I would like to hear his side of the story. Let's meet him.
And how
It doesn't sound like a good idea.
do we do that?
What's his name? Mercure?
Yeah, Mirko.
Why don't we just call him?
You call him up? Call on Miracle?
How do we call Death?
There's spells and stuff. I know a little bit of necromancy now. A little major necromancy.
And what if it requires us to sacrifice someone?
That's why I don't want to do it. It sounds bad. Evil.
We got the geckos.
I already have to pray for melting a man.
You can appease that by sacrificing the one with the flute.
We're not sacrificing any living things.
I could
Thank you, Tori.
send someone
Send someone?
to another plane. I could send them to the middle plane. You know, the one where death decides where you're gonna go. And then once they're there, they can figure out how to get back.
I don't think it's technically a plane. Well, it may be the ethereal plane, I guess. Kind of in between. Maybe.
We will have to find another way to get there.
So yeah. I mean, do you guys want to try to talk to Death? I mean, in character, do you guys want to talk to Death?
I kind of, you know.
Hate to say it, he's probably riding a big ass dragon turtle right behind him.
I mean, we need to know his. I mean, that's the only side of the story that we don't know.
It doesn't make any sense to me why he seems to be the one keeping everyone alive. Seems like the opposite of his job. So he must have good reasons. So I want to hear him.
How do we get there, though?
We haven't talked to the elves themselves.
Callen seems to be speaking on the elves' behalf, but you're right. I guess we could talk to them. They might have a different opinion.
Going back, did Hamo know which ship we were getting on?
Did Hamo know?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's actually the one that put him on that ship.
Damn it, that makes it even more confusing. Out of character.
Yeah. Yeah, he's the one that presented you guys with the tickets and everything and talked to the captain and got you guys on the ship.
Well, maybe that's why he would want us to put on the go on that boat.
What, so we fuck up
return
the
it.
tree?
To help the captain die.
He's an elf. Return it to the elves.
Would the captain, even if we did what Callen wants us to do, if we blow up the ship with the captain and the crew on it,
I'll have nothing to do with it.
if we did,
I'll even give my friends back.
theoretically,
And by the way, Chad, if you guys are listening, you guys are like, why don't you guys do something? This is actually like,
This is major.
yeah, like I'm giving a lot of information. There's a lot of stuff to think about and talk about here, so it'll it'll affect a lot of stuff depending on what everybody does.
But if we did it, would he even die, or would he just swim about hugging the tree? If he can't die, surely he can just live underwater. Oh my goodness, he should just live underwater forever. If he can't drown,
Everybody else can drown though.
You can hang out with the turtle.
but does Callen know that he can't die?
I don't know.
Because
You should tell
otherwise,
him.
blowing up the ship wouldn't kill him. He would just live underwater forever with the tree.
And to be honest,
What about that?
would Callen even have the power to send her to death? That's a whole different guy's plane, so he'd be doing the same thing he's doing to Dan.
Surely, if he's been able to kill him at any point himself so far, he would have done so. But he hasn't been able to. So why does he think doing this would kill him?
What if it's more of those rules they were talking about?
Yeah, Dan said there were a set of rules why she couldn't destroy the tree herself. So she enlisted us. So
The only one who seems to be able to do more than just a casual party trick of stopping time is Death.
the only thing about this is either choice we pick, we're probably gonna be pissing off at least two other guys.
I'd rather not make a choice until we talk to Death.
What if we time this correctly?
Let's talk to Death.
What if
I heard he's smoking.
Tippy and I down the ship into the ocean, right as it's going down, we walk away, right? We get away. We don't know any different. Then you guys destroy the tree, and then we both did what we were supposed to do. You get eternal life and stuff, and I get to keep my friends, and you get a boat.
And then the only one mad at us is Death. And his flaming sword.
Yeah.
That wasn't
Well-
the deal though.
If
You're not gonna get anything.
see, the bad thing is if we destroy the tree,
Both bad things.
Yeah.
we destroy the tree, Death hates us, Callen hates us,
Yeah.
and the only one happy is Dan.
Why
You guys-
why do we even care about making Din happy? What is she gonna do if we don't make her happy?
If you guys
Slow down time.
sink the ship,
I like more time.
you guys sink the ship, the only person that's happy is Callen. Death hates you. Dim hates you. So you're supposed to die, but Dim's like, no, you can't die. And then they fight over you, and maybe
She
you
can't
eat.
stop people from dying.
She can prolong.
She can reverse time, so she could technically y'all can be in the everlasting loop of dying over and over again.
So
Because you could die.
I think we can do to help you guys with the
Draw
With
it
the
out.
discussion.
Draw it out.
is that Joy, you would probably just know this, and Helen, you got is anybody else proficient in religion?
Proficient? I got a +1.
Yeah, +1.
Yeah.
Joy, are you even proficient in religion? You are. Are you? Okay. So those of you that are proficient in religion, we got like a negative with the proficiency in it. What is he laughing
It
at?
was negative, but I have a proficiency, so it's a +3.
Same.
Okay. So you two just know off the top of your head that kind of like the rules that they were talking about, like going over in between each other's stuff. It's kind of like you would also suspect that if you do the bidding of one of these gods, then if another god comes and smites you down, then that would kind of be like messing with their stuff too. And that's like maybe like a political move they wouldn't even want to make, you know. It's like, oh, they did a thing for me. You're mad about it. Well, shut up. They did it for me. Go get somebody else to do them, man. Not you. Like there may be acolytes that are pissed off at you that can do stuff, but probably not the god themselves, unless they want to actually have like a god fight.
So we don't even.
Like gods tend to take care of their, who does stuff for them, like boons and stuff. And there are some gods out there that'll get you to do stuff and leave you out hanging, but like the major ones tend to take care of their people because they need, more worshipers and all that stuff. Yeah. So if you're worried about making a decision because you're going to piss one of them off, they're not going to come and like put you in a time loop or anything like that.
Okay.
Because that would be fucked up. Like you dead. Nah, you
that's
back.
like
you dead.
enjoying Helen here can you guys?
Yeah. Is there any way we can get the tree off the boat without destroying the boat?
Yeah, it won't be destroyed. It would just no longer have power.
The boat would have power.
Yes. So it would just be sitting wherever we left it.
Yeah, but it's in an iron shell.
I'm sure we would be able to get it out. You can just dig it out. It's just dirt. It's quite large, though.
It's a big tree.
Yeah, what, 40 feet tall?
Yep.
Yeah.
It's big. It's way bigger than you guys can pick up and carry.
Yeah. Bigger than the tree boss.
I still stand with my option.
What was your option? Talk to death?
Yes.
I would also like to meet him.
You guys want to talk to him? How are you going to get him to come talk to you?
Don't know.
Sacrifice.
I'm sacrificing anyone.
Banish someone.
And don't have a way back.
Well, you guys are pretty involved with you've kind of gotten into the territory of God, so it may make it easier, like they're aware kind of thing. You got a cleric. You gonna try to speak to one, see if you got that spell?
I'm checking right now. Do I have intervention?
Or he may already be watching,
We can just call upon him. People call upon their gods all the time. My god always answers.
the Kraken.
Yeah, I'm just going to yell out from Mercure. Fuck it.
You're gonna yell out for him, or do you want to pray or anything? How you want to do it?
Oh, shit. I guess I'm probably going to have to pray because probably yelling ain't going to be the best bet. Probably
Especially
pistol
because
cap.
we're like, where are we? I know we said that we're sitting around having dinner, but are we in the dining hall having this conversation?
Wherever you want to be. You guys can have a private conversation wherever. You guys can be down in the.
If it's nighttime, there usually ain't nobody on the deck, right?
What time of day it is? At nighttime you guys are talking about this, or you guys
I
want to wait?
assumed that we thought about it for 24 hours, and now we're
Okay.
Back in the middle of the night again.
What you got?
I figured nighttime be the best time.
Yeah.
I do have divination.
You got to was it say exactly?
Your magic and an offering put you in contact with a god or a god's servant. You ask a single question concerning a specific goal, event, or activity to occur within 7 days.
Boy.
The DM offers a truthful offers a truthful reply. The reply might be a short phrase, a cryptic rhyme, or an omen. The spell doesn't take into account any possible circumstances that might change the outcome, such as the casting of additional spells or the loss or gain of a companion.
So
if
you
you cast it 2 or more times before your next long rest, there's a cumulative 25% chance of each casting after the first that you get a random reading, and the DM rolls and see.
right. So it's pretty much you get to talk to God and decide what happens, right?
Yeah.
Well, with a truthful answer, of course.
Right.
Okay.
Well, we already know what Owen wants.
What's the offering?
What does Owen want?
The tree away from a Cephalok.
Why?
I don't know.
Let's ask him.
Okay.
Yeah, you guys want to? What offering are you going to give to Owen?
I think
Pet the geckos.
Oh,
I think we should commune with Scryne for advice.
Scryne isn't even involved in this.
I will sacrifice a big glass of ale.
You'll tip one out for it.
Yes, it must be appropriate to the god.
You know what? I really want to talk to Yep now. I just want to see this go down. It sounds so much better. Consult Scryne. Oh boy.
Maybe for guidance as to who to trust.
Call
You
Scryne.
already know what side he's on.
Call Scryne. I'm down for it already. I'm down for it.
Whose side Scron's on is very obvious.
I don't know this.
In character, you guys don't know. Out of character, he was a pretty big fan of Nicholas. But anyway, yeah.
Well,
you got a spell. You can. Who do you want? Who you want to talk to? What god do you want to talk to? You can even talk to freaking any god. Freaking Lumos out there somewhere. Lumos.
Oh my
Talk to
god.
his ass if you want to.
He probably just like
Hungry.
Hungry.
So do we just do a vote? Do we
Hungry?
just?
While we
I'm all for talking to Dill.
I agree. I would like to hear his perspective.
Death he's involved. Scron may have an outside opinion of the whole thing. Osteron may give you guys boots.
A harem.
Some random guy you want to ask them. Anybody, who you want to talk to? Or who do you want to?
Two of you think we should commune with death.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have a good feeling about it in my gut. But if I'm outvoted, I will do what I can.
Who do you believe we should speak to, Helenier?
The Raven Queen?
Always.
I don't believe she has an opinion, but I don't think she's with Owen. Mercule.
Tori?
the only side that we haven't heard is death. We've heard everybody else's rhyme and reasoning.
What offering could we make him that would be great enough for him to answer?
Is anyone injured?
Why do we need to be injured?
Just have a feeling that if a pussy is called out while the prayer is happening,
Let me see here.
So true, because he only shows up when someone's almost dead. That's the only time.
Actually, Joy, make an intelligence check.
oh god,
Just a straight intelligence. See what you get.
2.
2? Mm-hmm. You got that taste of your apple in your mouth, but you didn't think of anything.
all right. I don't know of a good sacrifice.
I could catch us some fish, maybe. Sacrifice them.
The god of
Doesn't
death
seem-
likes fish.
I mean,
You may. We could sacrifice the little guy that was in the protecting the tree.
out of character
sacrificing a human.
is all my animosity gone towards the dragon turtle.
Yeah, you don't care anymore.
Okay,
You did. You feel complete.
so I was gonna offer that dragon turtle.
Yeah. What do you guys?
Oh yeah, you did say what? Yeah, what if we did to the turtle? It's dying.
It's not yours to give, though.
And also, it's a dragon. I don't think you'd be able to kill it.
Yeah, I mean, maybe even you could use the spell and then like just bring that up or something.
Bring up the dragon.
Yeah, be like, hey,
Okay,
we
what's going on with that?
we got that shit for you. But then I don't know, the Kraken's involved in that, and
Yeah. Joy doesn't technically know.
that's true. Yeah, Joey doesn't know actually. But what I was gonna say, like, what you guys got? I mean, you can, what does God Death want? Maybe more death, or maybe even if you use the apples, and he's like, hey, those are the damn apples. He wants to show up and check out what's going on, or it's what the intelligence check was for. I want to give it to you anyway, because help you guys, go in a direction.
I say go for it.
And what should we ask him? Let's be specific.
Let's ask him why he wants to keep the tree away from Asethalar.
Or would he even benefit from the tree being destroyed? If it was getting rid of the tree was a ploy to stop them from doing whatever he wanted to, then why couldn't it just be destroyed?
He probably would have asked for it to be destroyed. Instead, he's guarded it with a protector that can't die.
Sentinel. Seems pretty good.
Okay. Well,
Call him up.
let's grab those fish and some apples. Might as well. Who knows what he wants?
Gonna make him a stew.
You can choose.
He can choose.
All right.
What if I get hurt with a tongue?
So, yeah, it's a ritual.
All right, how long does it take?
Casting time is 1 action.
Okay, so it's not that bad.
Yeah.
So you guys gather up some some fish, get some apples. All right, you got them all. What are you doing on the deck, or what are you doing with that? You doing it hidden away somewhere so nobody
We
can see?
should do it in the fancy room that I found is empty on like my first night. That top level fancy room.
Oh,
Talk about where you've been sleeping the whole time.
No,
When
I
you're not in
haven't
the
been.
room. Oh.
I
in the
just
fancy
casually go
room.
up there to get drunk sometimes.
Okay. All right, we'll go up there then.
You go up there?
Yeah.
Everybody's gonna get in that room and summon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
We're gonna we'll bust out our little Ouija board.
Yeah.
Roadkill, are you with?
All right, and
Let's go to room 312 on the 3rd floor. And summon death.
God, this is so bad.
This is
What an
amazing.
episode.
Yeah, I love it already.
It's getting pretty wild. I mean, now that we're getting it rolling, it's going pretty. It's going places.
So the question would be,
Why he wants to keep the tree out of a cephalon.
okay.
And then maybe he get interested enough to answer the second.
And while
I
he's
can't
here,
even cast it again.
while he's here, we might as well just be like, oh, and by the way, what's going on with the dragon turtle?
I get it.
While he's here, just bring it on.
Well, I get a single one,
We'll say it quick.
and then I have to. I only have one level 4 spell slot, so
This is it, huh?
tomorrow. All right, here we go.
Yeah.
We got the apples all gathered up, fish getting chopped. Rub the fish on an apple.
You was ruining the apple.
Go into prayer.
God of death. We seek the answer to a question. What is your...
And as soon as you say that, you go, "What is?" And then Joy falls through the floor, just like a little ring of fire, just kind of appears, and Joy falls. And Joy, you see the room before you, and then you see it go past your vision, and you're looking into a world of just flame, lava, and you hear screams all around you. And then you see, as you're falling, a knight dressed in black and shadow, and a hand grabs you around the tuft of your chest and pulls your fur. And you're ascending back up, and you look around and you see like there's a volcano in the distance that's erupting, and below you see many people reaching up, and they're in agony, and you can like only see like waist deep as they seem to be like buried and being burned. And the being that has you is all complete black armor. There's the spikes that spin around the thorns. If you remember that, it's pretty much a Death Knight kind of thing going on.
Yeah.
And the red eyes kind of peer from you as you begin to raise back up. And all of you in the room can hear just like deafening screams and the smell of like burnt flesh. And he raises back up into the room and has to duck down a little bit as his head kind of hits it, and he's holding you up eye level. And he says, "You dare ask me anything?"
We just wanted to make the correct choice of action.
"Leave it alone."
What is your purpose for keeping the tree away?
And he throws you. And you go through the door. You're going to take a little bit of bludgeoning damage. You're going to take 7 bludgeoning damage as you kind of slam into the wall. And he ignores the rest of you and just like heavy steps. And each step kind of burns the carpet around him. As he's like smoking like he's hot. And the whole room smells and just stinks. And he steps and kind of ducks under the hallway, and the wood around the door kind of just it rots around him. And he just kind of puts his boot on you and pushes you down. Leave it alone.
But
And he doesn't leave or anything. Like he's still there.
He's asking you a legitimate question that we need to know the answer to.
And he kind of like slams his hand against the door, and it like breaks. His like arm kind of goes through it, and he kind of peers at you. He says, "No one asked you. Shine your body." It's filthy. That was a lame joke. Anyway, he turns around and he grabs you again, and he begins to walk down the hallway with you, and he's kind of just dragging you. And he's just going down the hallway, and you're like, he's got you kind of like by the nape of the neck, and you can see like as you're walking, like the whole hallway just looks like it's been like it looks like you're like on a abandoned sunken ship kind of thing. Like it just looks gross and torn apart as he walks through. And he drags you, and you begin to go down the stairs. He's dragging you, and you go toot 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 toot. And he's like, "What's your question?" As he is bound to answer you.
why do you want the tree away from a Sethalar?
He takes you all the way back down and begins to pull you out into the deck.
Save me.
Do you guys follow?
Oh yeah.
I follow.
Yeah. He is dragging Joy across the deck towards the very front of it, and he again picks you up easily and holds you over the edge. He's like, "Very brave calling me. I'm sure you read the stories."
Yes. Truthfully, I didn't really want to. I might have peed. I'm sorry.
Pussy. All right, I'll stop making this jokes. So you ask him why the tree?
Yeah.
The city's mine. They won't take it back. I need them to not have the tree.
Oh. Okay. Sorry for wasting your time.
No. And he kind of like pulls you again. The others have been here. What did they want?
You guys can smell each other.
Jim?
Then
Jim wanted,
Perfect.
Jim wanted, the tree destroyed.
She's weak. I don't care what she wants. Oh. What do the other want?
Hallinor wanted the tree be saved, returned to the world, and the Sethalar notified as to where it is.
Wiz?
Hallinor?
He's scared shit.
And, also, something about the captain and his crew blowing up with the ship.
And what will you do?
Well, I'll tell you which one I was leaning towards. Unless you don't want me to.
Oh, please tell me.
Well, I think Tippy wanted to take the tree. She likes it. I think she said something about an apple business.
And he like kind of like turns and looks back right at Tippy. Yeah. And he's like, he's holding Joy over the edge, and he kind of like gives you the finger.
I woke up.
And he puts his hand on your head, and it's like a heavy hand, like it kind of makes you like bend your neck down. Little demon spawn. What will you do with this tree if I give it to you?
Keep it safe.
I already have a guardian.
But he's sick of it. He doesn't want to do this job
I
anymore.
don't care what he wants.
Wouldn't you prefer a guardian who has passion for it?
He had passion once.
Yeah, but
What makes you any different, little girl?
well, I'm a lot younger.
He doesn't age.
Yeah, but his soul is old, so he's tired and sick of it.
Are you concerned for him? Do you care for him?
I just thought the tree was really nice and I would like it. But now, I mean, if you want to keep it here.
Do you go around caring for everyone you meet?
I don't generally make a habit of that, no.
Good. You'll live much longer if you just take care of yourself.
That's true.
He kind of turns back. Like, so what are you going to do?
I mean, can I be honest?
He's still holding you over the edge, being a dick.
I don't want to die. I mean, I don't have long left anyway, but I feel like my friends and I should all agree on what happens here.
He kind of like turns to the rest of you. Oh, do you want in on this discussion? Gather round. Let's talk about it.
I say we destroy.
You knew this was going to happen when he summoned his ass.
Yeah, I don't know what you were expecting. I really don't.
He's literally the worst. Okay.
I wouldn't do it at
I
all.
really don't know what you were expecting.
This is amazing.
I summon my weapon.
Okay. Yep. Summon your weapon.
Shoot. Yeah, might as well. Summon my longsword.
Yep.
I just turn to him and tell him, I'd rather much see the tree just destroyed than anything. Get it out of this world.
If it's destroyed, what do you lose from it?
Well, that's no fun.
So all you guys want to do is just piss each other off. That's basically what it boils down to. Well, me looking from a mortal perspective.
Seems quite petty.
You used to do this all the time?
Oh man.
You kind of think you hear like a little bit of a laugh. There's not much else to do these days than just fuck each other over. They want to release the city so bad, but I won't let them boo-hoo. And now they're going around getting little weaklings to do what they want.
Weaklings? I'm no weakling.
Torian's kind of strong.
Oh, there's a bus? There you go. Shoot up. I'll arm wrestle you.
He kind of just like, he's still holding Joy over the edge. He just kind of puts his left hand out.
Shit, I ain't scared. Throw my left arm out.
Yeah, you like kind of give him like the bro grasp.
Over the top, right? Or something.
Shit, I'm sliced along, I'm going over the top, baby.
All right.
Yeah, you're going over the top.
Okay. So yeah, if you can like grasp hand, like try to push him or something, try to move him.
I grab him, like, just say go.
All right, you grab him, and it's very like weirdly cold to the touch, even though like he's been leaving like scalding marks on the ground. He's been walking, and
I'm about to get another set of tattoos.
you get the feeling like you get like the fleeting feeling of you can die. Like you get the feeling of your mortality. Like you realize that one day you're going to die. Like it becomes very apparent and almost kind of scary to you. And he says, "Whenever you're ready."
I guess I need to give a strength check, huh?
Yeah, if you want to try to
fucking right.
mess around with him, go for it.
Why not?
I love it.
I rolled a 20.
Did you roll 20?
Well, not a straight 20, but no, with my strength, my 20.
Okay, so a total of 20.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you and of course he doesn't move, but it does shake a little bit. Like you are.
Making
He can feel
effort.
it. And he says, much stronger than my pussy brother. And he kind of pushes you back a little bit. And then as he pushes you back and you stumble back a little bit, he kind of points you. He's like, I'll be in touch. And then he turns back to you and Tippy again, and he's still holding you over the edge. And it's like really starting to bruise and hurt now, like because he's like got you like just by the skin, and you weigh a lot. This hurts.
Yeah.
And then he keeps asking, "What are you gonna do?"
Probably gonna attempt to blow up the ship after we get everyone off, after we get to Pearl's Reach, and then take the ship back out, and then blow it up.
I don't think we need to do any of that, though. We don't
Just
have
decide, what will you do?
I mean, if you're happy with your current guardian and you like this arrangement, we can just leave it all. And Callen and Dinh, they're just, they can find someone else to try and do their bidding, right?
So as you're saying that, you do notice that Joy begins to like glow a little bit. He starts to get like a little white glow to him.
You got that glow.
And Murubal or Owen kind of turns back. He's listening to what you're saying, but he kind of turns back and starts looking at you. And you choose him.
I mean, he came and asked really nice. He seemed like a good person.
And you feel, as a cleric, you feel like this is almost kind of like a warding thing. Like he is not quite able to hang on to you as well. And he's like, fine. And he throws you into the water. and you guys all hear a splash. Does anybody do anything at this point?
I take
At
off.
that point,
I take off running
Yeah.
towards the edge.
Mm-hmm. And make a acrobatic, or make an acrobatics check real quick as you run up.
21.
21. All right. Just barely, he grabs you as you run up. And he's like, "What will you choose?"
What? What would I choose?
Leave it alone.
I cannot. For this burden is on everyone, so I say destroy the tree.
And everything kind of stops for you for a second. Like Owen's holding you. Everything goes still, and you hear a tick in the distance. And then you feel yourself moving backwards away from him.
Yeah.
And you are stopped. You see his hand coming as you're in the position where he's about to grab you. Everything resumes. And you stop yourself, and he tries to grab a hold of you. Oh, you've made your choice.
I
As he
have.
seems to realize what's happened.
I have.
And he pulls a greatsword, like it just kind of materializes from his back, and flames shoot from it. And he begins to approach Tippy. Mm-hmm. Make a choice, or die. And it says, make the right choice or die.
I choose to do nothing. We'll not burn down the ship, but we also won't burn down the tree.
And you feel kind of like a little dark aura, like almost around your heart. And it feels like kind of cold, like almost like a grasp. And he kind of like gives you another pat on the head. Good choice. And then he turns to Hallinir, and you have your weapon drawn, and he starts approaching you.
Merkel, those spirits you have captured, they're going to be free. We're going to help them.
Is it your job to move spirits into my grasp?
It's my job to be a weapon.
What do you think all those people end up?
That's not my decision.
It's not.
But they don't belong here. They don't belong with you.
What's your choice?
I stand beside my queen.
And you just have a strange feeling that you forgot something. Like, it's not that you've really forgot something important. It's just kind of that same feeling you got whenever she's kind of with you, kind of thing. Almost like you walk away from her face, you're like, oh, what was I doing? But then you actually didn't forget anything. And it just kind of hits you oddly for a second, and he's like, and then Torian, you're the one that's left, and he starts walking towards you. Nobody's working together. And he just kind of like puts the sword down on the ground in front of you, and the flames, he's trying to be all badass and cool in front of you. And he just kind of like leans down, as you're tall, but he still has to lean down to you because the dude's like 8 foot tall. He's like, so what are you going to do?
If anything, I'm going to protect my friends. You put them in danger, then I have to fight you.
And he kind of he leans in closer, and he's like, well, I think they've already put themselves in danger. Friend against friend. Lost in politics, no one can decide.
It can eventually be worked out.
Bad things happen to those who go against their word when they make a bond with the gods. Everybody better do their best. By the way, Joey, make a make an athletics save real quick.
Like your ass down here drowning.
His worst enemy, water.
Already. 4.
4, okay. I'll come back to you in a minute, don't worry. Yeah, but he's like, it's pretty much, he's making you choose something. And choosing nothing apparently is, as Tippy said, is going with him. You're between a rock and a hard place. It's kind of like who you want to go with at this point. It's kind of being forced on you.
Yeah, it is. But George's about to die. God.
I'm waiting.
You got 4 different directions right now. Is there anybody that I can holler at that's not in this story? Like, literally, we got Callen, then we got Dinh. What else are wrong in all this?
And he kind of stabs his sword and goes, what'd you say?
I have to save my friend, and then I go to jump off at the Joy.
Yeah, and you kind of, as you jump off, you feel kind of this white, kind of glow from your chest as you jump off. And then the sword that Owen has stuck in the ground, just like in shadow, just kind of vanishes. And he turns around. And those 3 that are still on the deck, he turns around and says to you, well, this should be a lot of fun. And he just starts lowering down into the ground. Heat begins to erupt from this hole that he sinks down into. And you hear screams again, and just the smell of burning and pain, and it's a hell basically. And he sinks back into it, and he kind of gives you the. So he sinks back in, and it it closes back up, and there's a bit of smoke that goes in, and Joy and Torian. Joy, right now you're just like spinning through the water, and like you can't see anything. Like you've gone deep enough to where like you can't see the stars. You're just like surrounded by darkness, and you can hear something large in the water moving away from you, like that. Maybe the boat is
Probably.
gone far enough away. Torian, you dive into the water, and same thing. It's just like if you open your eyes, it's like you might as well just have your eyes closed. It's the dead of night. You can't see anything, and you can hear like the same kind of where the boat moves away. Are you trying to swim back to where you kind of think he was, or
Yeah.
Okay, so make an athletics check at disadvantage. I think well, are you guys in your armor right now, or are you guys? Did you guys armor up before? I'll let you guys decide what you would have done.
We're just chilling on the boat in the midday.
Yeah, we'll say you don't have it. It's fine.
Probably would have though.
No, what'd you have?
I mean, I just don't sleep in it, so I don't have it at night. But other than that, I probably would.
Okay.
Oh, so disadvantage?
Yep.
Double disadvantage? Does it even work like that?
No.
No, you just roll twice and take the lowest one.
Okay. 18.
18? Okay. Yeah, you are swimming hard and very well in the direction that you thought he was in. Behind the boat. Joy, make another check and ask at disadvantage.
Athletics?
Yeah, athletics. So you're trying to swim. So.
Oh.
Six.
You're not too sure which way's up, but you feel yourself going in a direction. Like you feel like yourself being pulled down, but you're unable to get yourself going again. But like, what's your con modifier?
Con mod is +1.
+1. Okay, so you got a minute before you start. When our minute's gone, you go unconscious. And you can't. You go to 0 hit points, and you can't gain hit points until you're out of the water.
Yeah.
And then you'll start making death saves based on your drowning. What's yours?
What, my constitution?
Yeah,
The mod? 3.
3. Okay, you'll have 3 minutes, but right now you rolled well enough. You're swimming across the top of the water, and you feel like you can tell where Joy is. Like almost like something just guiding you to where he is. And you swim in that direction. Joy, you were sinking into the darkness, and you seem to have a fuzzy memory about something like this happened before. One time you were drunk.
Yeah.
But this time you get the feeling that no one's coming to save you. So what you see, you think you see like a faint light. You kind of like, open your eyes and you see a faint light, and you see a hand reaching out towards you, and you see that same guy, that Callen guy. He looks like he's reaching his hand down, and there's kind of a bright light. Torian, you see Joy, and you're reaching out to try to grab his hand, and as he reaches out and grabs yours, the light gets brighter, and as it does, you see behind Joy in the water this creature. There's many eyes, many teeth and tentacles just kind of fill the water, and it's reaching up, and it's almost got him in his teeth. And Joy, you kind of like see something around you.
Oh gosh.
And then almost like just like a rubber band, both of you are just pulled from the water, like almost like a slingshot kind of rod. You go flying through the air, and the rest of you see Torian and Joy just hit hard, just like flopping like a fish onto the deck. Joy take 18 bludgeoning damage, and Torian take 16. You guys land really hard, but something pulled you guys out of there. And you guys are able to gather yourselves, and you've made your choices. So be sure to stick to those, and we'll stop right there for tonight. we got into dealing with the god stuff, and they're watching out for their pawns in the game. So 2 of you been saved now. Owen, man,
So worth.
he's got to be like that every time.